beings are. They're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of...
Just ignore the second half of that video right there. This is Not Question Everything. This is TNA Live. And we are here live for the first time, I think, ever. NC.
Well, JC, and we could be questioning why we're watching TNA.
It's live. It's Thursday. It's live. In fact, I think this is the very first TNA Live that we've ever done live, like on Thursday, right when it comes on. So, for whatever reason, they're showing. So they just got done showing a recap with the Motor Shitty Machine Guns, which is awful. Even Impact doesn't want the Motor Shitty Machine Guns. Nobody wants them. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we are also live streaming on Front Row as well. You can check them out, thefrontrow.net. It is the newest platform out there for free speech. We need more platforms out there for free speech, so I support Front Row. You should too. And also, we're live streaming Pro DKO, as you can see there in the corner. So, they're starting out the show with some sort of eulogy, it looks like. I'm trying to tell who this is for. An Annunciation Catholic School. That's pretty cool of them doing that.
Totally. Oh, because you know what this is? They tape in batches.
Yeah, no, I understand. But I think that's cool that TNA is doing something like that, because, WWE wouldn't even mention that, so.
No, more than likely not. I mean, if they did, hey, good on them. But I'm not watching WWE, so I don't know.
It don't matter. But I will say this weekend, though, we're going to be bringing you a unique double feature. That's right. We're going live at 10:45 in the morning on Saturday. Starting out with All Out. We're doing All Out coverage. And then as soon as that's done, blink, blink, we're going right over to WrestlePalooza. We're just going to do it the Stephanie McMahon method. She recommended, hey, go on Netflix and watch it with the VPN. We'll take your advice. We'll just do that.
Okay. I mean, if it works, hell yeah,
I mean, I'm going to test it out with SmackDown tomorrow. I'm going to just see how SmackDown goes. If SmackDown goes well on Netflix over in my undisclosed European location, then, should be good to go.
Yeah, it'd be great. I mean, if that works out, then definitely it's something we could all do going forward. It's a good test run at the very least.
Well, let me get your recommendation for VPNs, because I'm sure a lot of people are brand new to them or they just started using them. Me personally, one that I've used and I really like is Proton VPN. They're free. It's medium encryption if it's free, but if you chip in $1 more right now, you can get the premium. So it's not bad. I mean, it is a tad bit on the expensive side if you don't have the deal going, but otherwise, I think for right now, for $1 for premium VPN, I think it's pretty good. Just do the month trial and then cancel afterwards.
Well, the issue with I don't know about Proton. I could definitely look into it. Okay. But for something like Netflix and live streaming, you're going to need a lot of bandwidth. So you're going to need one. Like, I like what Surfshark. Like, I looked into Surfshark. I think they have a pretty good deal going on. Okay. NordVPN, I think, is another really good one that does really well with streaming. But yeah, and what's cool is they got trial runs too that you could do for a low price. You can get it for a week or something. So it's definitely worth a try. I'm gonna look into it. Because I'm not gonna pay $30 a month for a fucking app that I'm barely gonna use.
Well, that's what I'm saying is it's a good opportunity right now if you just want to sign up, use the premium. It says that it's high bandwidth for the premium for $1. That's the reason why I went for it. I'm going to give it a try. I'd used them on medium before on free, and they're awesome. Like Proton, even for medium, is great. But you're absolutely right with something that's high impact streaming like that. You need something that's going to be heavy duty. You're going to need a good one. I've heard nothing but good things about Nord, so Nord does have a good reputation. But from my experience, I would recommend Proton. So just putting that out there for you people. If you want to watch along with us, that's honestly the easiest way, because even Dave Meltzer's like, hey, I don't know how to watch this shit. How the fuck am I supposed to? It's not even on ESPN Plus. Where the fuck is it?
Well, and another thing I'd bring up too, I do this all the time when I'm buying sports fan gear, when I'm buying just anything online. I always look for promo codes. So definitely before you buy a VPN service, look for a promo code. You get 20% off, 30% off. I mean, that way, and you're saving a good chunk of change too. So.
Oh, this one was 90. That's why I went with it. It was 90% off, so I was like, fuck, all right, I'll go with it. Well, because that's the thing is I first went for the free, and then they said, you sure you don't want to pay $1 for the month? And I'm like, for the plus, and I'm like, okay, I'll get the plus, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a try to see how it works out, because, yeah, I think a lot of people are going to want ways to kind of get around this.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's kind of the good, like, in a sick way, that's kind of the good thing about going to, like, this, like, price gouging ass fuck tier thing that they're doing now with ESPN. It's going to cause people to get creative, and they're going to find workarounds. Like, Netflix can try their bullshit, ESPN can try their bullshit, but at the end of the day, human ingenuity will take over, and where there's a will, there's a way, so...
Well, I will say there's a lot of dumb marks that won't know how to get WrestlePalooza and won't know how to watch along, so they'll be looking for any way to watch it. I think you're going to have a lot of people watching on social media for any sort of leak streams or shit. They're going to be cracking down on that big time. But yeah, it's just, you just got to look at it like this. Something like this, it's going to be an event that people are going to go out of their way to get to, especially if the ESPN, if they have made it a pain in the ass to get past that paywall. If they do that, then yeah, you're going to have a lot of people getting very creative to get their WWE fix.
Oh, for sure. And oh, God.
Have you ever heard how fucking stupid the fucking booking decisions are? Okay, so they were going to main event with the obvious main event, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. No, now that's opening the show, and just to please the fucking intergender-loving neckbeards, we got the mixed match tag challenge in the main event.
Yeesh. Oh my
Terrible.
God! Well, and the thing, like, isn't this John Cena's retirement match, or is that at some? I think it's at, like, what, Boston or some other show.
For what is this for again?
For Cena's retirement match.
Oh no, yeah, I heard. Well, here's the thing. I've heard various things. I've heard at one time it was Boston, and then somebody was saying that it was going to be in Washington D.C. So I don't think that it's concrete yet. But either way, I don't think that it's going to be a big show that is deserving of him. I think something like that, honestly, with Cena, I would put my foot down and say, you know what, screw it, I'm retiring at Survivor Series. I have to be put out on a big stage, that's going to be the one to do it, so...
Yeah, no, I could see that for sure, like, definitely at a big show. And he's been advertised for Survivor Series, too, so, no, it's not on ESPN Plus, it's only on ESPN for $30 a month. No other way to watch it in the U.S.
Okay,
not ESPN, yeah, no, it's, so the ESPN, I fucked up. It's not the ESPN Plus app. That's a completely different thing. I think it's being discontinued. They're doing ESPN is launching a new app, their ESPN DTC, direct-to-consumer app.
Yes.
Where there's
and that's what I was
tiers. Yeah.
And that's what I was mocking earlier with Dave Meltzer. He hadn't known how to get to DTC, and then he was confused with Plus too, because he had Brian looking for it. So yeah, that's all. That's the only reason I brought it up is because they were like, "How the fuck am I going to watch this?" So yeah.
Well, how does Dave Meltzer, a wrestling journalist whose literal job is to cover wrestling and things happening in wrestling, and even the business side of things, how does he not know this?
Well, with him, I think a lot of it is he's just old school. You know, this is a very old school dude. He's not technologically savvy. I'm sure he knows everything about pro wrestling. He probably has a fucking just giant leaning tower of fucking New Japan porn in his closet. But, you know, he understands pro wrestling, but at the same time, he doesn't understand technology. A lot of these old heads, we see it with them. If you're around our age, you have gotten a call from a grandparent that asks you how to set up an app on their TV. You know what it's like.
And the call is like always either a half an hour to an hour. It's never like a convenient like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. No, it's always like a half an hour to an hour. It's always like, yeah, you're helping them set it up, but they're like bombarding you with questions about like how are things going, you know, and like shit that's going on with them. It's like, I love you, Grandma, but I got shit to do. You know?
That's my favorite is the 10-minute conversation on the cat and how it got out and it was chasing an insect. And she's just, and you're like, all right, that's great, Grandma. Can I get the password already? Come on. Grandma. What's up, Truly?
That was me today.
What happened?
When I was sitting there telling you the kitten's got a grasshopper outside.
Oh, yeah, no, they're catching grasshoppers outside.
I was being like Grandma today.
Grandma. All right, so this is a very shitty way to open up Impact. Like, who the fuck is asking for Mujaba Ali against Brian Myers? It's like, this is one of the worst open, like, they wouldn't even open up main event in WWE with this bullshit. Well, like, this is the worst opening match I think I've ever seen in TNA history.
Well, and the funny thing too, like the irony in all this is you have you have talented guys that are complete marks, and I understand because it's who he works for. But I don't know if you heard about what Tony Schiavone said about wrestling marks booking better cards than AEW.
Dude, Tony hasn't said anything fucking smart this year at all.
No.
I mean, he already pissed me off just with how he was unsympathetic with Hogan's death and said, "Oh, he's not my friend. He was just a colleague." And then he backtracks and says, "Oh yeah, we were friends." Shit like that. But nah, Tony, he's just been putting his foot in his mouth a lot. I mean, honestly, I think that the whatever mysterious viruses he got from a certain woman on the roster have transferred to his brain and rotted it out. So, just saying.
God. Well, the thing, too, is like any wrestling fan could have booked a better opening to the show that we're watching right now. Grab any mark, any TNA mark out of the crowd, any one of them. Have them book the show. I guarantee it would be better than this.
And you know what the sad thing is? This looks on par with fucking Casa Bonita for AEW. So, like,
it does, yeah.
And you know what? Here's the thing about TNA. I was just watching an earlier episode of TNA from 2022, or was it 2024? It hasn't changed much. Like, they're still booking the same type of venues. They're still booking the same talent. They really haven't made any strides. Like, and that's the thing, too, is I'm looking for people to get better on the mic. You still got Leon Slater, who's fucking garbage on the mic. You got this showdown right now with this Big Cass ripoff and fucking Moose. Like, and this is the thing. They've been playing up this dude, Agent Zero, whatever the fuck his name is, as this badass motherfucker. And
you know what this is? You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
Remember back in 2015 TNA? Remember the DCC? It was spearheaded by James Storm. They'd wear the black suits and they'd have like the white masks on and they just beat people up.
Oh yeah, the rip-off Retribution. I remember that shit. Yeah.
That's what this guy is.
He's DTC mixed with Big Cass. He's really like just jobber rip-off Big Cass. Like, hey, we got Big Cass without charisma.
Wait a minute. You know who I think this guy is?
Who's that?
Is he? No, he's not Talos. He can't be.
No, that's not Talos. Talos is
No.
He's got more of a fucking like a really like haggard old man face, like one of those like 60-year-old bikers that has like been in a meth gang for 40 years. He's got one of those faces.
Just looks like some stretched out meth biker. Yeah. Nothing there. But yeah. So they have a brawl in the ring right now, and they're pulling each other off everybody. This is their way to try to do pandemonium. They have a guy in the ring who literally looks like Little Nate.
Yeah, what's up?
His gay meth addicted son.
Look at the security. It's literally like a bunch of vegan gay college kids. What is this shit?
Oh God.
So Leatherneck was saying the show's taped weeks in advance and they just don't have too much. Their supposed TV deal is their way to save them and for them to branch out. That's the only way to do it. And I understand that, but something like this you put in the middle of the card. My whole thing is when you're starting out a show, you have to make sure that the opening and the ending are exciting. I can kind of see what they're doing with WrestlePalooza, moving Brock and Cena to the beginning, but at the same time, a lot of people are going to be missing out on that shit because they're going to be trying to find a fucking stream. So that's a bad idea. If it were already pre-established, it would be a good idea. But in the case of a TV show that has been running for this long on their own station that they pretty much fucking own, they should have a exciting opener, and then going to the Ziggler brothers right afterwards with a fucking promo is not helping.
To make it worse, after that fucking horrible, campy, goofy, pull apart, weak ass security brawl thing that they had in the ring, they had Santino Marella come out. Excuse me, we must have order. It's like, motherfucker, like enough of the goofy fucking Santino Marella director of authority shit. Your show's a fucking goofy comedy jobber fest as it is. Get him out of there. Enough of Santino Marella.
No, instead we get Ryan and Nick Nemeth. Huge draws.
Microphone being held by Gia Miller with her hiked up A-cup tits and here's another thing that pisses me off too. So I got to rant about this.
What's that?
They're still doing the fucking Tessa Blanchard Gia Miller feud. You had Tessa cutting some fucking Mexican bullshit promo over at UFC, hyping up a feud when she's indefinitely suspended.
What's the point? Gia Miller can't fight. What's the fucking point?
There's that, and then there's also it's Gia Miller. Why should I fucking care? Like, and I'm not thinking.
Not only that, but she tries so hard to cover up her southern accent, it just slips through all the time.
Just go with it. Just let the southern accent out.
It would be original. I wouldn't mind an interviewer that has a thick southern accent. I'm fine with it. Bring it back. Missy Hyatt did it all the time back in the day. Bring it the fuck back, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and it would stand out on the show.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying too. Like, I don't know if have you ever seen what is it, the TNA Explosion show? Have you ever seen that shit?
Yes.
So it has Gia Miller doing like interviews with wrestlers, and it's some of the stupidest shit ever. Like she's like, oh look at you, Zach Wentz, look at you still got the drip on, and it's like, yeah, I still got the Von D, and he's showing off his Von Dutch hat. I'm like, well, this is not wrestling. What the fuck is this shit?
It's just goofy comedy shit. When you got Tommy Dreamer and his fucking brain dead co-host Hunter Johnson booking the show, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a bunch of illogical, goofy, sloppy shit. But because it's an alternative to AEW and their fucking goofy, sloppy shit, it's somehow better. No, they got a lot of shit to work on. Now, is TNA a lost cause? No.
No, I will say it was kind of cool to hear Rich Swann play what is it? I believe Drive by Incubus on acoustic. That was cool.
There you go.
I mean, but no, that's the thing, is TNA overall is just, it's such a smorgasbord that has not gotten any better. We want it to get better. Because we've been the biggest TNA supporters for the longest time. And that's something that we've always tried to say, is TNA could be that alternative that AEW doesn't want to be. You see them at times where they could go into that adult direction, but they're afraid to. They're so afraid to take that jump because they want to get the TV deal. They want to be under the WWE banner, and they're afraid if they cross those boundaries, I'm sorry, we can't be doing that. No, that reflects badly on WWE. Shit like that.
I feel like just when I'm looking around the wrestling fan base, and I'm looking at the IWC, the YWC, the common thing that I'm seeing more and more of is I think they're just getting sick and tired of the fucking goofy bullshit. They're tired of it with AEW. They're tired with Tony Storm and all the fucking Death Riders and a lot of that goofy shit, and they want a more serious, badass wrestling product. I'm seeing a similar thing with TNA. I'm seeing a similar thing with WWE. It's getting to a point now where it's absurd, and wrestling needs to fucking get with the times and start appealing to more of an adult audience and not this goofy slapstick bullshit. But like, for TNA catering to kids, why? What kid is watching TNA wrestling? You know, it's usually a 50-year-old man.
My whole problem with all promotions out there is they're all afraid in some way, shape, or form. Like, for example, like an indie promotion, they'll show you death matches, they'll show you blood, but they won't show you any sexuality. They're afraid to go there. A promotion will show you a little bit of sexuality, but they won't show any violence or any good promos. You know, they're always afraid in some way, shape, or form to just throw it all out the window and be like, fuck it. Who cares? Who gets offended? Let's make an entertaining show. That's what it needs to come down to. I want to just see straight up. I want to see something like we saw in the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression. I don't understand why that's so hard to ask for, especially when you have so many sports entertainment themed companies out nowadays. That's the thing, is I know we say, yeah, they're all the same, but there are a lot of sports entertainment themed companies, whether it be like OVW, Reality of Wrestling, NXT, TNA, AEW, they all have that sports entertainment type feel to them. Why isn't there one that has something that's adult? Why isn't there one that actually has something for us? Cussing, boobs, over-the-top violence, just everything.
Well, we're talking about it from the standpoint of an adult male audience. Like, you know, we're Attitude Era fans. Like, if you want to know what kind of fans we are, take a fan out of an Attitude Era crowd from 1998, plop them in front of the modern wrestling product, and that's how we react. Is pretty much how they're going to react. And that's kind of what we want. We want just an edgy, violent, well-written show that's going to captivate us. And if you can't give us the sexuality and the violence, at least give us really well-thought-out, serious storytelling that I can get invested into without being embarrassed watching it. At least give me that.
A lot of it has to do with the standards put on with pro wrestling about how they have to have people who are perfect in-ring grapplers over people who are just good workers, you know? When we talk about a good worker, we talk about a good all-around talent. And it seems like those are so hard to find nowadays. Everybody can do a 5-star match. How many of them can work a promo? So a lot of times I think that they put them in goofy segments. I think that they put them in, like, screaming segments so that they can overcompensate. I think that's what they're trying to do, is hide their inadequacies. At the same time, these people should not be brought to the big time if they can't be presented like a big-time star. If you can't work the mic, if you can't work in the ring safely, you shouldn't be in the big time. At least those two. If you can't do those two, you don't deserve to be in the big time.
I agree. I agree. Like, at the very most, you can maybe put them in have them be like a manager, or maybe put them in like a comedy role, like a Spike Dudley. Other than that, I wouldn't even say Spike Dudley was a comedy role, but like, you kind of get what I mean. Like, not a main role.
Oh, no, that's the thing, too, is like everybody nowadays wants to be the superstar. It's not bad to be a mid-carder, to be an enhancement talent, and work your way up. Like, John Cena told a really good story lately. He was talking about how Brock Lesnar, how he had just gotten done with the streak, and then he talks to John Cena. He's like, you know what, I was having a talk with Stone Cold the other night over dinner, and he was saying, you know, it'd be great is if I just suplex you like 16 times and then pinned you. And at first, Cena was like, he had to think about it, but he's like, you know what? That's brilliant simply because of the fact that you had this guy that was just this killing machine. He just broke the streak. And finally, you know, he gets the title shot against John Cena. It shouldn't be 50-50 booked. And he squeaks a win out over John. He should dominate him, continue that momentum. So John was like, yeah, continue that momentum, destroy me. Because that's what it is. It's about making the next star. And Cena understands that. It's something that very few in this business understand. Because they all want that win. And sometimes, he even said, Arn Anderson said it best, it's not your night, kid.
I agree with you with what you just said. It's the hallmark of good booking is how many stars you're making. The fact that TNA is really not making any new stars, and that even NXT, they're really not making any new stars. Like, Trick Williams and Obafemi are pretty much it.
Well, and think about it, they're losing Joe Henry next year. So Joe's probably going over after Royal Rumble next year. That's a given. They're already talking about calling him up next year.
And even look at AEW. So, like, you could apply that criticism to AEW. How many stars have they made in the past year?
None. Well, but let's focus though on TNA. I will give them credit for Mike Santana. I think they've done a great job with bringing him up and making him to main eventer. I think he's still a little rough around the edges, but when you come in number 3 in the world right now, you need all you can get. And I think he does a pretty decent job, and he's getting better. So I'll give him credit. I think he's doing decent. But then you look at a lot of the other roster, and it's just. It's like, these guys are still here. Honestly, a lot of times when I watch TNA, I'm like, this guy is still here, this chick is still here.
Well, and like we say that, and we could say it reasonably
ODB.
with ODB. Oh shit! Oh cool. So they have a backstage segment of her food truck
and her big boobies, and she's slapping
there
the boobs. Damn, she's giant. Her tits got bigger. Damn it.
There you go.
Fuck. And of course, she's slapping her tits because she knows what the fans want. They want big giant boobs on TV.
Damn, wow.
She's even popping out of the bra. No bra can contain that woman. She's drinking out of a flask, too. This is we miss ODB. Come back to wrestling, damn it. We need giant boobs whiskey, damn it.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, absolutely. But like the thing with ODB is that, I'm cool with Goofy if it's like here and there. When it's the entire fucking show, then I got a problem with it. Like ODB, fine in a role. A fun, charismatic character that you would have on TNA television. Never really bored when ODB was on TV. Maybe it wasn't your thing, but at least she wasn't boring.
What the fuck is a Judas Icarus? This looks like fucking the afterbirth out of JD's mom after she made JD. So is this his missing brother? It's my fucking brother!
It looks like his missing Canadian brother with a Coke balloon dissolving in his rectum. It's just breaking open. He's like...
He literally has the guppy mouth right now. I think he might be high off the heroin seeping through his system.
Dude, this guy is awful.
What? This guy, dude, not even Billy Corgan would sign this fucking jobber. Who the fuck is this guy?
Like, you couldn't find anybody better from Canada.
Look at Eric Young's
great wrestling schools. This is the guy you find?
Look at Eric Young wearing his fucking trash bag poncho out the ringside. Spare change!
Oh, it looks like a homeless robber.
Spare change wearing the trash bag poncho. And he's getting beat up by some fucking 5-foot-tall Canadian jobber who can't even... He's tripping. He's fucking asshole.
Oh my god. So wait, are they feuding with them now? Yeah, they're feuding with them now.
Why is this televised? Dude, okay, so they made it no better. We've had one really shitty match, one really shitty segment, and now we got this skinny Canadian jobber who's at least a foot below Eric Young, who's not tall at all. Eric Young's like 5'9", so this guy has to be like 4'11". He's beating up this fucking this midget dude. And the midget guy is kicking his ass. Like, it's a 50-50 book match. This is where Eric Young is.
He's even like a doughy midget, too. Like, he's not like some, like, tank, like some fucking, like, brick house badass tough guy. No, he's not. He's just some fucking shrimpy little fat dude who's taking it to Eric Young. Like, what the fuck am I? No, you don't book this. You book him. You book Eric Young against... Let's see, who do they got on that roster that's not being used right now?
You know what I would do? I mean, I know it's a feud they did in the past, but fuck it, it'll get people to care. Open it up with him versus Steve Macklin.
Okay, I'm down for that.
You know, or I see, that's the thing, is I'm not too familiar with how much Impact has changed. I see this jobber named Judas Icarus, and I'm like, what the fuck? God, who else? Francis. Bring out AJ Francis. Fuck it.
Sure, there's that. I'd even be in favor of like hyping up an Eric Young, Santino Marella feud. Like, have him like feuding against the Authority, like, wanting like a world title match, and the only way he's going to get it, he's got to go through him, or like, I don't know, like you could do something like that in that realm, not that exactly, but in that realm.
Well, I did like the storyline. I don't know if you remember it. You remember when he was saying, "There's a cleansing coming," and he was just randomly beating the shit out of people backstage? Bring that back. Yeah. Fuck it.
It's something.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about him feuding with his former tag team. Great. They're nothing. They're nobodies. Why should I fucking care?
Not at all. Well, and here's the thing about TNA. How am I supposed to take them seriously as number 2 when they're literally doing a show in an armory? In the background, when you see the main camera, it just says armory. Like, big-ass fucking armory. I'm sorry, armories are indies, Well, it's a big armory,
It is, but like, and I know like some wrestlers, if they watch, be like, "Oh my god, how dare you? These are the best wrestlers in the world." And I'm like,
no, they aren't.
Not even close. They're not even the best wrestlers in their fucking training school. So please, don't give me that bullshit. You could compile a much better TNA roster, and within 6 months to a year, if you had better people that actually knew what the fuck they were doing running TNA.
Well, the big problem is that I don't know who they got scouting. Must be one of fucking Scott D'Amore's flunkies. But they're just bringing in just the same amount of jobbers that they did. Like, somebody like Judas Icarus, honestly, he would be enhancement talent to get squashed by somebody in NWA. He's not, like, even if he is incredibly athletic, I'll give him that. The guy's very athletic.
Sure.
No, at the most, you put him in a tag team.
You put him in a tag team, and you don't put him against Eric Young, because he's never, I'm looking at this guy, he's never going to be on Eric Young's level. It's just never going to happen. You're not going to build up Icarus into a big name. Never going to happen.
Well, but why is Eric Young putting on a competitive contest with such a little, like this guy, literally, he's maybe a couple inches above the mini division. Like, if he had a mask on, he could be fucking fighting El Torito in a match. Seriously.
And this is their way to give this kid the rub, who they think has like paid his dues and has been loyal to TNA, and that this is their way to like try to elevate him. But that's not how it works. No. You don't elevate talents by giving them the rub. You elevate them by booking them more seriously and in a way that's going to get the crowd invested in them. That's how you get them over.
Well, the thing is you only push the ones that you can confidently put on the microphone. Even if they're great in the ring. Like, if they're fucking great in the ring, but they suck on the mic, find them somebody who's halfway decent in the ring and great on the mic and make them a tag team. Simple.
Right.
That's been the formula since the fucking 70s. Don't stray from it.
No, don't. And the other thing, too, like, I'm noticing is who's TNA for? Like, if you were to, like, look at this show and tell me what age and gender demo is this show for?
50-year-old men who are bored with NXT and want to try something else.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really what it is. It's like, it's a show that's trying to cater to the 50-year-old match marks that are pretty much what's left, and trying to appeal to their kids.
It's Dreamer Vision.
Yeah. I think that's the idea, is keep the old wrestling fans and try to cater to their kids with an over-the-top, goofy product, Yeah,
I understand. Okay, now why did they got Joe Henry randomly coming out? Like, this is how you should have started out the show. If you started out with Eric Young beating up a jobber, and then Joe Henry comes out like 5 minutes in, okay, you basically, you effectively ended the shitty match, and of course, Judas Icarus won with the distraction from Joe Henry. Fuck you, Tommy Dreamer, this is such shitty, stupid booking.
Which invalidates the whole fucking point of the match. Because the whole point of the match was to build up Judas Icarus, and he could only win with the roll-up pin with the distraction. It's a fucking waste. Like,
oh my god! Like, that's the thing too. Like, his valet or whatever is taller than he is. Like, how am I supposed to get excited about like this little drowned water rat beating Eric Young? What the fuck?
Not only beating him, having to get a distraction roll-up to win, which invalidated the whole fucking point of the match. Like, because the whole thing was to build him up. Okay, well, he only won because of a distraction. So how did this build him up?
It didn't
It
build
just
him
wasted
up.
time. It just wasted, what, 15 to 20 minutes of bullshit.
TNA! And that's the thing, too. Like, it sucks, too, because you go back and, like, let's say if you're watching, like, the older TNA or whatever, you're like, wow, this actually used to be a decent company. Like, especially around 2016, 2017. They had some good shit at one time. It's just amazing how they went downhill, and they've only slowly recovered. I won't say that they have recovered. I think they've slowly recovered a little bit with some booking decisions, but damn, they're still doing some stupid shit.
They will not recover until Vince McMahon buys them out. And that's what I think is going to happen with TNA. I think that when they get a new TV deal, and they're going to wait to sell until they get a new TV deal to up the value of their company, because that TV deal will make them more valuable.
Yeah.
I do think that Vince is probably going to be the most likely buyer with 14th and I. It's an easy to buy asset for Vince to own. Yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's very, very possible. And I could see TKO going private and the Saudis buying a majority ownership stake. So I think TKO's structure may still be in place, but the Saudis will ultimately run WWE.
Well, you heard about how much money they made for hosting it over in Saudi, right? In comparison to Vegas. So we go from $5 million in Vegas to $250 million over in Saudi. The choice is clear. They don't care about what these marks think. It's about making money, and when they're in debt, fuck it, they'll be rolling in Saudi money.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have so much money. I mean, they're still going to be owning TKO. I think they're still going to own UFC, and they're still going to have an ownership of that. But I do think they are willing to sell off WWE and make a fucking killing. Like who knows? Maybe 18 billion, 21 billion, maybe even more. I doubt more than that, but who knows? With the amount of money the Saudis have to spend, they have what, over $600 billion in liquid assets available to use to buy whatever the fuck they want. And that's the thing that they've been trying to do. They've been trying to get into the American market and convince Americans to invest in Saudi. Well, that's a good way to do it. It's sports washing is what it's called. So,
hey, you want to go ahead and buy Disney and make it cool? That would help out people a lot. Go ahead and do that.
Absolutely, it definitely would. But yeah, no, I definitely think that a sale of one of these companies is coming up in the near future. And I don't think it will be like it can't get worse than what it is now. It really can't.
Right.
That's the way I view it. But who knows? Maybe it does get worse. Maybe it gets worse. Maybe, the Saudis say, but the women no show sex appeal. Liv Morgan no show butt cheek body. Who knows? Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, we know how it is with them. I mean, what happened with them? They make everybody dressed in these black bodysuits.
Power Rangers, yeah.
Yeah, so, and I don't know about you, man, but fuck, man, I have a hard time with this stream. Let me try another one.
Yeah. I don't have access, so we gotta find a way,
Find a way. You know how we do.
Like, I'm paying for TV and I still don't get access because it's such a fucking garbage fly-by-night jobber channel.
It is shit.
It is shit.
All right, we got Jody Threat. Okay, now Jody Threat is another one that bugs the shit out of me because she's been in TNA for like 3 years now, has not gotten better at all on the mic. Like, she is such garbage. Like, she's good in the ring, I'll give her that, but on the microphone, holy shit, they put her in so many talking segments and she's just dog shit. You know who's got a little bit better? I'll give her credit, Masha Slamovich. Kind of improved a little bit, but
a little bit.
I feel like this, dude, I literally feel like Danny Luna and Indy Hartwell have been having matches against each other for the last 2 years on every single episode of Impact.
Yeah, so Jody Threat and Danny Luna, they're still feuding?
It was Danny Luna, and Jody Threat still feuding.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God, they broke up like months ago. Fuck.
Oh, no, Indy Hartwell. They had Indy Hartwell against Danny Luna. And I just watched an Impact from 24, and they had that on there. So, and what is with all these chicks in Impact and NXT dressing in fucking, like, shitty rip-off lingerie outfits?
I guess it's like their way of trying to show some sex appeal while keeping it family-friendly, I think.
I guess.
I guess, but, it's like... You would think with how much they fucking whine about, oh, don't sexually objectify me, and then they fucking come out in what looks like brawn panties. It's like, what gives here,
like Tori Wilson, I was so uncomfortable doing all those segments. Yet you did like fucking 80 of them.
You took the money.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, I was afraid to lose my job. I was intimidated. Yet you still kiss Vince McMahon. You didn't stop. And this is what pisses me off. It's like, you know what? If it really made you that uncomfortable, you could have walked out of the company and gone and worked for TNA. They would have hired you in a fucking heartbeat. But no, she just wants to play victim like all the fucking rest of them now. It's sad.
Give me attention. Give me attention.
And I would have expected. I would have expected better out of her too, since she was the one that led the way in sexuality. You know.
Oh yeah. So absolutely, Tori Wilson. Yeah, Tori Wilson has no fucking room to talk. Are you in a commercial right now?
I am at a commercial, yes. So Marcus was saying, hear about September 23rd about Jesus returning? I have not heard about that. No. JC, have you heard anything about that?
I have not heard about that. That's something to look into, I guess. So I could look into it and see what the theory around that is. So
yeah. I mean, we'll look into it. Clark was saying Kurt Angle said he wanted to work with Bret Hart at WrestleMania 18, but Bret had his stroke. That's why Kurt faced Kane instead. In the words of Jack Slater from Last Action Hero, not to be. What's up, Truly?
I just wanted to go back to that last comment about Jesus coming back on a certain date. In the Bible, it states no man knows the hour, not even Jesus, until God's ready to send him.
Got you.
So if you guys are saying, oh, it's going to happen on this day and this day and this day, probably more than likely will not happen because even Jesus doesn't know when he's coming back.
Come like a thief in the night. But you know what? I think it's fun to hypothesize and think about. It's like I don't think there's a problem with it. I definitely do agree with you though that the Bible is pretty clear about when Jesus is going to come back. It says that no man shall know the time or the hour of his return, and he will return like a thief in the night, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with hypothesizing and wondering. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, Clark, about what you're saying with this whole situation, I didn't know that Bret had a stroke around then. That's pretty fucked up. Sorry to hear about that. But yeah, now if anybody hasn't seen Last Action Hero, one of the better underrated Arnold movies out there. So, definitely a good one. Alejandro was saying, how do you guys feel about a mixed tag division? I don't like it. I don't like anything intergender because it makes men look weak. And that's the thing, too. People would say, oh, it's pro wrestling, bud. It's already fake. What are you getting your panties in a twist about? And I would say, don't make it look any faker. It already looks like shit. Don't make it look worse. That's all we need is Becky Lynch shittily beating the fuck out of CM Punk and him selling that shit. And that going viral. We don't need that. Please, no.
No, I completely agree. It's like we don't... like it's. I feel like it's like... It doesn't happen enough to where it could be its own thing, Like, there's not enough male and female tag teams that would make sense that you could build an entire division around it.
Well,
maybe like a one-off show, but yeah.
Well, I don't mind it for, like, if they do that mixed tag match bullshit that they did back in the day, if they do that, I don't care. Like, you can go and do that shit because it's its own event. But when you start doing it on a regular basis and you introduce intergender and you have Rhea start cucking people, it's gone too far. I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Keep the cuckery out of pro wrestling. Just let's bring back the believability. I think that's what's really missing ever since this Power Ranger bullshit took over. Is we don't have brawlers anymore. We don't have powerhouses anymore. We don't have realistic looking fighters anymore. Nobody wants to see this fake choreographed bullshit.
No, and that's the thing is like one of the things that's missing from wrestling big time is believability. Is that there's no feuds right now that I genuinely believe these wrestlers hate each other in. Like, that would help a long way in terms of getting me invested in watching a wrestling show. Like, that's, like, aside from, like, sexuality and, like, gratuitous violence, that's at least a thing you could do, is at least make me believe that these people actually hate each other. And that is gonna be, in part, social media is gonna come into play with that, is that they're gonna have to maintain kayfabe on social media.
So. Look at this shitty smoke screen that they put over these guys to make us believe that they're getting high. It's literally like the shittiest YouTube smoke filter. We're supposed to believe that these guys are blazed out of their heads, having some retarded conversation in a smoke circle. Myron's hallucinating for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
This is just like Tommy Dreamer saying, "Oh, that's totally fine. That looks fine." No.
Well, if anything, the Rascals should say, "Hey, man, we don't like it how you're making us look like a fucking goofball. Can we please..."
Right. Oh, NC?
What's up?
NC.
Yeah,
You're
what's
coming
up?
out to the ring. I need Truly's response.
All I got right now is I still got Santino as part of the smoke circle, so I might be a little bit behind you, but no, Santino is sitting there and he's watching these guys attack each other like it's honestly like they smoked weed for the first time in their lives. Nobody was this stupid with other. What's up?
The 70 show.
Yeah, I know what they're imitating. It's a smoke circle. Okay, so all right, I see
Kelly.
inspiration coming out to ringside.
Are those the Kelly?
Those are the Kelly girls.
Man, that was close.
Yeah. Now they still look great, still look very marketable. Good for them having a job, I guess. VHS was saying.
They're good.
I'm sorry. VHS said, imagine Vince coming back and firing the black and gold folks the way SJW is getting fired left and right after their Kirk death comments. Hey, for those that were there, don't forget he's done it before. He'll do it again.
So,
but please remind them about the history of what happened, because he's done it before. When Triple H had his little health sabbatical, what did he do? He cleaned house.
Oh, Vince literally did that. That was NXT 2.0. That was the entire thing. It's like when you call something 2.0, you're saying that it's better, it's new and improved. So Vince fired all of Triple H's darlings, completely changed NXT, took away the metal theme and turned it into like a rap theme, which Triple H has to fucking hate. Because we know who he likes to book and who he doesn't like to book. And he changed everything about Triple H's baby. Vince has done this before. So if he were to come back and run the day-to-day operations of WWE, either with himself doing it or Brad Blum doing it, you're going to see a different product. You're going to see a lot of people... you're just going to see a lot of people getting fired. And what you're also going to see is if you're with the Saudis, now you can lower the ticket prices because that's a TKO thing. They believe that they can price these for, much higher than what they ought to because they think that people just buy it anyways, and they're kind of right. Hold on. We can't put out that Saudi has already bought TKO when they haven't already. No, I'm not saying that. Yeah, what I'm saying is that like when they do buy, that could be a thing that Vince says, "Hey, look, for ticket sales, we can afford to lower them again." And I think that would be a perk of Vince, working with the Saudis and owning WWE. I think that could be a perk. God, what was I going to say?
I just don't think we should be putting out stuff that's not there yet.
I'm not putting it out.
Hold up, settle down, man.
Hold on. How am I putting it out?
You're hyped. Hold up, bud. This is all I'm saying. Is that maybe it might happen, maybe it might not. Maybe TKO continues to hold on to WWE. I just don't. I think it's too far fetched putting out that Saudi is going to buy WWE just yet.
I'm not.
It's a nice, fun conspiracy theory, but I don't want to go full on with it.
Yeah. No. I'm not putting it out like it's a for sure thing. I'm just saying that hypothetically, theoretically, this is what could happen if Vince and the Saudis were to buy TKO. My theory as to why they would do it sooner, well, I wouldn't say sooner, that they may do it is that you look at like TKO, they're not getting sellouts anymore. And that's what I was going to say. Did anybody notice how they didn't say that this past Raw was a sellout? In a small arena, it was an 8,000-seat arena. I guess it's not a small arena, but they set it up in a way that they didn't have the Titantron, and they couldn't sell it out.
I mean... We've seen this for a while. This is what happens when you've destroyed your American fan base. They have to go international to subsidize anything. This is how it's going right now. And that's why they have to keep on hopping around and why they usually come back to the same locations is because they're looking for a sellout. But what you're seeing, too, is it doesn't matter where they go, whether it be house shows, full events, PLEs, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, whatever. They're getting lower and lower cards. That's why you're having to see more of these international shows. And which sucks, too, because these fucking dorks online see the loud, screaming fans, and now they're like, okay, now you have to do international shows all the time to please us. No, fuck you. Right. This is the problem, is that if you keep on doing international shows, you'll burn out the market like you did the U.S. even quicker, because you're charging even more.
No, absolutely. And I want to add on something to that, and it's something that I've been noticing, too. So, for those that watched the Chargers-Raiders game on Monday night, if you stayed till after the show, you would have seen an announcement from Tom Brady, and he was standing with the Saudi prince, right next to him, announcing that Tom Brady was going to play flag football because the Saudis have an event going on that they're paying a lot of money for. Mm-hmm. This to me shows that not only are the Saudis interested in potentially investing in, I mean, we just saw that they did the $250 million deal for WrestleMania. So not only are they interested in wrestling, they're interested in sports in general, and they're going to use big names like Tom Brady to help promote Saudi. It's not out of the question that you could see the Saudis buy WWE, especially since you're seeing more and more of the Saudi prince involved with sports and acquiring more sports products and getting more involved in sports in America. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, no, I understand. Especially, after Tom Brady was announcing flag football over in Saudi. Got a lot of people talking about Saudi's expansion and what they're doing. Hotman was wondering if Saudi buys WWE. Is WWE only going to be broadcasted in Saudi? No, it's going to be all over the world because they're going to keep all their deals in place. That's the thing, is that the good thing about Nick Khan, he may be a fucking snake oil businessman, but he does a great job of internationally expanding WWE and keeping it profit. That's a good thing. You need to keep the company profitable. He's doing that right now. So I respect him for that. But other than that, he's a piece of shit that just sticks up for a horrible booker that's ruining your product and making you work harder. You're a fucking idiot. Stop doing that.
For sure. So what's going on in Saudi Arabia right now is that they make a lot of money from selling oil, and that's what they've been able to build this Saudi public investment fund with. It's like a big slush fund. So what they're doing is they're trying to diversify, and one of the things that they're doing is they realize that they need to attract more investments and more business into Saudi Arabia. One of the ways you can do that is to soften the image of Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia has this image of being this barbarous, we'll chop your head off if you disagree with us, Allahu Akbar kind of country. So they need to soften that image. And one of the things you can do is you can buy a sports company to sports wash, is what it's called, to make the country look safer to invest in, to make it look better. So it's going to be crucial for them to still have a big foothold in the American market. And so like WWE will still be pretty much a company that's heavily operated, heavily runs in the US market, but it will be ultimately owned by the Saudis.
I mean, it's a fun hypothesis if it happens,
right.
But I think sometimes we spend too much time hypothesizing on what could happen instead of watching what we're watching and talking to the fans, Just saying. That's all I'm saying, man. Because literally every broadcast we talk about Saudi WWE and then ratings. So I just want to switch it up a little bit. That's all I'm saying, man. So Alejandro said NXT Homecoming was just main roster talent burying NXT talent. Also, Noseman opening the show with his entrance, taking time away from the wrestlers. See, this is what really bugs the fuck out of me. Is like, you're not going to build up to Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Neither of them are going to get back in the ring. So why would you take away all the time from all these stars that you could have had on the show? They could have brought back Mandy Rose, which they didn't. She even pointed out, hey, I didn't even get a phone call. They could have brought back a lot of big stars, especially with the TNA deal. I would have loved to see Elias come on and play a couple songs or something, But no, it was your NXT Black and Gold jobber ripoff show that nobody wanted to fucking see. It's what he feels the internet marks wanted to see, and that's why you're going to get the shit ratings that you're going to get for in a couple of days. Because, no, you're out of touch, Triple H. You don't know what the fans want. So.
Nope, you just know what they want. So what you got right now is we got the Iconics taking on the Elegance faction. You got the short chick and the tall chick.
They're still feuding. Bro, this is like literally a year long and they're still fucking feuding.
It's been a while, but they're in the ring right now. They clothesline the tall chick over the top rope. She falls. She's overselling it.
So Marcus was saying, know any good AI for treatment files and scripts? I don't, because I don't use it for treatment files and scripts. I hate to say this, but go on Grok and ask. I hate to say, but usually AI will point you out to good AI, just saying.
I mean, it helps. It's something that I've done before, so.
Absolutely.
I'd recommend it.
Yeah. And Garza was saying, Sydney Sweeney did Tehran Tactical. It's a gun range and store. Many actresses and actors, especially Ana de Armas and Keanu Reeves, do for John Wick and Ballerina. Michael B. Jordan, even Rob Van Dam was there shooting guns. Okay. That's cool that more of these actors are learning how to, I guess, be an authentic shooter on camera, so that's good. You got to make sure that you don't look like shit holding a gun. But I think it's just a lot of them just want to learn how to defend themselves. There's a lot of psychos out there. It's not just in pro wrestling, it's in all forms. You have to deal with psycho dickheads who will follow you around, who will find out where you live, will mail you weird shit, will stand at your doorstep, will look in your Ring camera and make weird faces for fucking like 10 minutes like they did with Rhea. That's what they do, man. They're strange people. They're very strange people, and it's sad. It gets to the point where, you need to learn how to operate a gun. You need to make sure that you've got a good security system, possibly even a dog. You know, that's when you're that level of famous like them, you need to take the extra step. What's up, Julie?
Those people have to be on drugs or drunk to be going and doing stuff like that.
Hey, NC, I'll be right back.
Okay, no worries. No, it could be something like that. Honestly, I think a lot of what it is, though, is you're talking about people that break in?
Yeah, and like stick their faces in cameras and stuff like that.
Well, I can understand like the people that wait for these celebrities to go on vacation and then they break into their places.
That's weird.
Like happened with Becky and Seth. I can understand something like that. I don't condone that.
Did have somebody try to break in his house too?
It's happened to a lot of them. It even happened to Daniel Bryan. He actually caught the guy and choked him out.
And so I think it happened like at Taylor Swift's house too.
Yeah.
Like, you hit a level of famous, they want that money, getting a souvenir or something from your house. Oh, I got this from so-and-so's house, now give me your money. I'll give it to you. It's
about making money at the end of the day, and they'll do anything they can to make that money. So, yeah. Marcus was saying about September 23rd. I remember last year people were saying Jesus would return in 2024. The question is, why do many Christians and Christian communities keep predicting specific days that turn out to be wrong? I agree with you guys and truly said 100% the Bible never lies. Absolutely. I think a lot of them just are, they're optimistic.
It's not just that they're cults.
And yeah, and they fall for the rhetoric. If they hear it enough, they'll be like, okay, I believe this is going to happen because this psychic said it was going to happen, and their accuracy rate is 98.9%, and they never get anything wrong except for that one time last year. But you know, this is what you usually hear. And you even hear people coming up with like psychic predictions. Like the one that I've heard a lot, and I'm not trying to put it out there at all, is that Donald Trump will die this year. I sure hope that doesn't happen. I hope he lives a long, fruitful life, but that's something that has been predicted programmed for quite some time. Will it happen? I don't know. I sure hope not. Like I said before, I hope he lives a long, healthy life. That's the thing about TWRP. You're going to find this out real quick about us. Even if we dislike a person, we do not wish death upon them, and we do not condone wishing death upon a person. I'll be flat out with you. I wasn't the biggest Charlie Kirk fan. I agree with some of the stuff he said, but I figured him to be an Israel shill. I don't respect a lot of people that get to that level because I think that they sell out. So yeah, I mean, I respect the guy and I like what he did, but at the same time, I'm not going to come out and say I was this huge Charlie Kirk fan. At the same time, does he deserve to have death wished upon him? No, not at all. Does he deserve to be vindicated like he is by Donald Trump? Absolutely. I think anybody that puts out something evil like that for clout, you deserve that type of punishment. You deserve to lose your job. Wishing death upon somebody is something that shouldn't be advocated for. It shouldn't be praised. It shouldn't ever be something that's celebrated. And far too often in the leftist culture, that's what you see is them celebrating death constantly, praying for death. Like the amount of people I've seen pray for Donald Trump's death, for Elon's death, for Vince McMahon's death, for Hulk Hogan's death. They finally got one of them with Hulk Hogan. But to see all these people pray for all these older gentlemen that are successful to die all the time, they don't understand the type of evil that they're putting out there. They don't understand the type of bad karma that they're putting out there. And this is all we tried to make known. Is like, we're not trying to be Bible thumpers. We're just trying to let you know, when you put out negative energy like that, it will come back to you. That is fact. What's up, Julie?
I feel like it's one of those things where, like you just said, you know, you put it out there and it comes back.
Yes.
But I just don't feel like anybody should be wishing death on anybody. That's not our place. In this world, that's not our place to do that.
Absolutely, and this thing too is like
especially for having a belief and an opinion.
Right, and there's no reason for that too. Like, it's not like he ever like put death upon anybody else. Like, I will say, I'm proud that Jimmy Kimmel lost his show. He was already an untalented fuck who was getting paid $15 million a year. I'm honestly sure that NBC was just looking for a reason to cut him. So I heard he was going to get cut already, but I think this is like, okay, we got a perfect reason to cut this fucker. Let's get rid of him.
Well, no, and I totally agree. Like, I don't think that this is government censorship in the way a lot of people think. I get why people would be worried about the government going after ABC to suppress him. Like, and I get that, but all they did was they fired him. They didn't put him in jail. They didn't kill him.
Right.
This is not like a totalitarian fascist thing where it's like under the Nazis he would have been in jail. Like, if under the Nazis he would have been in jail or killed. He was fired. He's a multimillionaire. He'll be fine.
Well, that's the thing, too, is it was already being talked about that he was going to be canceled either later this year or next year. So he was already probably getting ready to retire, set up his house, get ready to enjoy his life after entertainment. So, if anything, he gets an early start on it, you know? He shouldn't be crying. He should be happy.
Well, not only that, but like, what's to stop him from starting a YouTube channel? Nothing. So he's not silenced. He could just start a YouTube channel, and he's got a lot of money to invest in production. So he could do what Don Lemon. Like, didn't Don Lemon start his own YouTube channel? The CNN guy.
A lot of them did. A lot of them got started on social media after they got done with cable. I mean, whether it be Tucker Carlson going on X, or Don Lemon going on YouTube. Yeah, a lot of them get their platforms going, or they even get their own platforms going. Like in Alex Jones' case with InfoWars, if it's not working out in the big time, you get your own platform going. So I understand. It's a way to go nowadays. It is easier now more than ever to have your own free speech platform. That's why we really advocate for places like thefrontrow.net, and we want more of them. Unfortunately, there's not more of them. They're rare. There should be more of them, but they're incredibly rare. That's why we advocate for thefrontrow.net. Sign up there. It's a great place really just to spread free speech and talk about what you want to talk about. There's no limits, no restrictions.
A lot of cool people over there, too.
Good people over there. So
WRP is Zero, myself.
Got all the crew over there, so yeah, definitely worth checking out. So Marcus was saying, on a lighter note, it's hilarious seeing the left crying about Jimmy Kimmel being canceled. He's more annoying than a giant blister underneath the toe. Yeah, well, that's the thing about Jimmy Kimmel is that he's just one of those guys that has steadily been getting unfunnier as the years go on. Like, don't get me wrong, he was very funny on The Man Show. I enjoyed him on there. But it's like over the years, he got woke. And when he got woke, he lost his humor. It's happened to the best of them. It happened to Bill Burr. It's happened to him. It's happened now to Trey and Matt. Once you go woke, you really lose your humor. That's what happened to him, and I feel bad, but that's he chose that life. So, yeah, he's lucky that people didn't bring up Karl Malone. They should be bringing up Karl Malone blackface more often.
And all they did, it was a private company firing an employee.
Yeah.
No one was put to jail. No one was sent to jail. Nobody was killed. No one's being tried for anything. They let him go. Big fucking whoop.
Well, that's the problem, too, is that that's all that happened. If that's all that happens is that he get fired, I mean, shit, he gets an early retirement. That's not a punishment. I worked at a previous job with a guy who was like a top-level manager who was sexually harassing a lesbian out of all fucking people. As stupid as that was. And, dude, he was already going to retire the next year. He got an early retirement, or he bought his house in Hawaii.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. I'm looking up right now Jimmy Kimmel severance pay. They gotta be. Yeah, I'm seeing a Reddit article. Somebody removed by the moderator. Damn it! Fuck. How much money did they? How much did Jimmy? Like, I'm curious. How much did they pay this fucking guy?
I heard
show that. Huh?
I heard 15 mil. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's a fact, but that's the figure that I heard float around.
That's what I'm seeing from an article called Newsbreak. Jimmy Kimmel's salary. How much ABC pays him? Kimmel reportedly earns $15 million per year.
Jeez!
Crap, dude.
What's up, Truly? I'm sorry.
They said the Hardy Boys, and then Dolph Ziggler and his brother were there, and I thought it said against the meth heads. I had to look again, and it said something, but I thought it said meth heads on there. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Ass by Elephant. She's parading around the ring with her two flusses. I will say that the guy with the weird haircut and the glasses, he's not bad on the mic, so I'll give him credit.
Oh, the Iceman, George Iceman.
Yeah, Iceman's not bad.
So, for anyone feeling bad for Jimmy Kimmel, doing just a loose, just a very quick glance as to how much he's worth. Motherfucker's worth $50 million. He'll be fine.
He'll buy it. Yeah, he's probably on his own island doing stupid celebrity shit right now. So, yeah, I don't even think it's something that needs to be worried about. If anything, he got off lucky. I think he got off really fucking lucky. Like, it could have been a lot worse. So, like you said before, not going to jail has nothing like that to worry about. No lawsuits. He got off really lucky. So, yeah, enjoy your retirement, you fucking rich Hollywood scumbag.
I mean, and if it, for sure. And if it ever gets to a point where it's like the government does start going at arresting people for things that they've said, then yeah, you will hear me for louder than anybody screaming about, that being totalitarian government censorship. But this is not that, in my view.
No,
so
absolutely. Marcus said, "Knows man, the kind of guy who slow kisses his reflection in the mirror." Hey there, handsome. You kind of look like one of those proboscis monkeys on National Geographic. If he grew out his beard, looking so handsome, I just want to kiss you. What the fuck are you doing? I'm nothing, I'm sorry. Don't beat me.
Get back in your cage now, little doggy.
Sir, I'm a good little doggy. Please don't beat me again.
If you do it again, I'll throw you out the window.
Not again. I still got the glass cuts on my back.
And I'll keep pissing in him.
Yeah. You think she just got a big old fucking bucket of salt that she pours in the wounds after she's done lashing him?
She probably just has his, like, her big black lovers just piss on him, you know.
Piss at him. Make sure you eat a lot of salty foods and drink Gatorade. Yeah.
Weird new stuff.
Gotta stay hydrated, fucking this old white bitch.
Absolutely. Gotta stay hydrated. It's always good.
Yes, hydration. I'm staying hydrated with Bones Coffee. I got my, s'mores right here. Truly's got her circle drink. What do you got, JC?
I have a LaCroix, but then I also got a brisk.
You know what I absolutely love? I don't know if you've had a chance to try it. Are the they have a strawberry kiwi brisk, and then they have a blue pomegranate brisk. And every time I'm at the gas station, I stock up because it's always like 2 left, no matter what. So I always get what I can every time I'm there.
They got good deals on them too. They're like 2 for $1.50 a piece, or 2 for $3. And
I'm talking about the big ass bottles of brisk. You know, the big tall bottles, like it's bigger than the mic. Yeah.
Like for me, I love on a hot day. You go get one of those raspberry brisks and drink like an ice cold raspberry brisk. Oh my god.
That's good shit right there. That's good. Okay, I'm not sure if you tried it. Have you tried the flashback Y2K menu on Taco Bell?
Yes, I have.
Okay. My recommendations for those that haven't gone back there in a while, you got to get the caramel apple empanada, and you got to get yourself the double-decker taco. Those two made it for me. What about you? What'd you get?
Okay, so I got the caramel apple empanada thing. I got the Doritos taco, the Cool Ranch one.
Okay.
It's as good as I remember it being. It was so fucking good. The one thing they got to bring back for just in general, you got to bring back the Choco Taco. Come on.
That's what I was saying too. I was like, where the fuck is the Choco Taco? But after trying out the caramel apple empanada, Truly was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make it. So she went ahead and she made caramel apple empanadas. And what we did is we took some Tillamook vanilla ice cream, put it on top. Right after you got out of the oven, it was fucking awesome, dude.
Right after you get it out of the fryer and it's hot.
Oh, man.
The ice cream just melts on top.
Oh, it's such a good dessert right there.
And the one thing they got that I did want to get, but I'm like, you know what? I gotta chill it with the Taco Bell. The one thing they had there, they got the nachos back. Remember those?
Yes, finally. Well, I mean, that was like one of my go-tos was the nachos because they were cheap. They would fill you up. You know, get like maybe a couple of tacos and you're good. The one thing they need to bring back is they need to bring back the Doritos taco. I'm glad that they brought back the Cool Ranch.
They got it.
At my location, they only have the Cool Ranch, at least. I would really hope that they bring back Doritos at all locations, but
I thought they had the
just the Cool Ranch. They didn't have the nacho, so yeah.
All I'm saying is those double-deckers, fire, ever since 2000.
They were great shit, yeah.
Empanadas. I don't, and Zeke can vouch, I don't eat anything with cooked apple in it. I hate soft apple. I have to have crunchy apples.
Crunchy.
And I devour those.
They're amazing.
So
yeah.
So what I was with the nachos, what I was talking about is like, you remember like they would take the like the Crunch Wrap box, the box meal. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, the box meal.
Okay. They line it with paper and they put nachos in there with like the chips, the cheese, the guacamole, sour cream, whatever the fuck kind of meat that is, air quotes meat, and like the sauce and all that. That's what they used to fucking serve like 5 years ago, and they just discontinued it because they can never keep it in stock.
From everything I've heard about Taco Bell, it seems to be a 30%, 70%. So it's like I want to say in most locations, it's 70% ground beef, 30% soy.
Yeah,
I think at Jack in the Box though, watch out for their tacos because they're half and half.
No, it's all soy. I think it's all soy, but they're still so good.
So. Yeah, just keep an eye out for what you're eating when you're out there.
You could definitely tell the difference between real meat and soy meat, and Jack in the Box, in my opinion, is all soy with like the
pate, yeah,
like with the sliced Kraft American cheese or whatever. They're still good. Oh my gosh, those tacos are good.
They're good, but man, you're gonna have nasty diarrhea later.
Put the sauce on them. we used to go get those, except it was beef when we used to get them.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Back when we were kids, we would go down to Jack in the Box after school.
Oh, dude,
And you could get 2 for $1.
You could feed everybody for $10.
Yeah. They used to be 10 for $1.
Yeah.
And we would scrounge up all of our change and run down there after school and go get us tacos after school.
So, JC, how familiar are you with baseball? Truth was wondering thoughts.
Kershaw from the Dodgers. Yeah. So what's going on is Kershaw's retiring from the Dodgers after the season. What do I think about it? I mean, is it going to help the Padres win the division? Maybe.
But you don't watch baseball, do you?
I'm very fair weather when it comes to baseball. When it comes to football, I'm as hardcore as you can get. So.
Yeah, so that's the thing. We don't watch baseball here, man. I mean, no disrespect towards the Padres, but yeah, if you're asking sports questions, it's always NFL, MMA, boxing, and I guess pro wrestling if you want to include that. But I don't
watch baseball all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. And then I kind of grew out of it.
Yeah.
All right. So the Padres are only 2 games behind the Dodgers. Got 83 to 85.
Oh, they brought back Mr. Anderson. Okay.
Oh,
interesting.
Shit, there you go.
All right.
It's not long though.
I hadn't seen him in the limelight for a while. Good for him.
Is he going to wrestle, or is he just going to be like a GM? He'd be a good GM. I'd be cool with him being the GM.
Kick Sandy. Yeah. Go ahead and kick Santino Marella out. Put this guy in. I'm happy with that.
Yes, San Diego needs a hockey team. We need a basketball team because they're building a 16,000 seat arena.
Well, I mean, we got the locals. The Gulls are really good, but yeah, as far as like an actual NHL team, yeah, we need that. But I'd say if you're in San Diego, definitely check out a Gulls game. They're fun.
Oh yeah, ton of fun. Although they're going to be tearing down the Pechanga Arena, I think next year or the year after, to build the Midway Rising thing. What it looks like if you ever seen SoFi Stadium, it looks like a mini version of that.
Yeah. SoFi's not bad overall. I'm wondering how Petco's going to look on camera for Survivor Series. I'm thinking that might look pretty cool.
It's going to look pretty cool. Well, because the thing with it too is,
I'm like,
oh yeah,
where are they going to fight the goldfish?
They're going to fight the goldfish. No, but like with Petco, because it's like an open top stadium, it's right near the water. And the show's going to be like, what, you think Survivor Series is going to start like at 3, 4 o'clock? You're going to get that sunset right over the event as it's starting. That San Diego sunset. Oh, it's going to be fucking beautiful.
Yeah, by main event time, it should start to get a little bit dark. So, yeah, I think it should be really cool to see the natural light in effect for an event like that. I think it's going to be cool. So, I'm looking forward to it. At least from that aesthetic. Not the event itself, but the aesthetic.
No, for sure. And what pisses me off is they're going to be blocking off Gallagher Square, which is that grass patch that you could sit on and watch the baseball games. They're blocking that off for the fucking production.
They need to. They need all the space they can get for something like that. I mean, because that's the thing is, Petco is not made for that type of event that they're trying to do. So they have to kind of work around everything that is going with that. I understand. I'm wondering what's going on with Ken Anderson. Are they returning him to the ring? Because he's been gone for a long-ass time.
No, I mean, it very well could be the case. I'm cool with it, but it's got to lead somewhere, you know?
Well, especially the fact that Frankie Kazarian is just that guy that feuds with all the other old dudes. Like, do something more with the dude other than old guy feuder.
Yeah, do something. I mean, yeah, because that's all that is so far with Frankie Kazarian. It's just he's an old guy that's been there for way too fucking long, and now he's going to feud with another old guy who hasn't been there in a while.
I will say he's very underrated on commentary. He was they had a Jake something match, and he kept on changing Jake something's name. He's like, Jake Belvedere with the suplex. Oh yeah, Jake Cravate is not getting it done here. Jake Grocery, he really needs to change his move setup. You just change it up every time. So that's creative, you know.
No, it's creative, and it just goes to show that if you're gonna bring in good commentators, a lot of them come from wrestling. Former wrestlers. Look at Jesse Ventura. Was a former wrestler, great on the mic. He was great at commentary.
No, absolutely. Well, that's what it usually comes. You have to have that natural charisma on the mic, and if you're a good talker on the mic, it usually translates well to being behind the desk. That's why I'm like wondering why you won't take a guy like Chris Jericho and put him on the desk. I think he'd do pretty good.
I think he'd do good too, for sure. Like Ken Anderson, I think would do good. Who else in TNA would do good? Not Steve Macklin. Not the Draw.
Literally, anybody who has been in a wrestling match right now could do a better job than Aiden English. Just saying.
Yeah. Aiden English and what's the other guy? Facefucker Tom Hannafin.
Hannafin he's okay. He's like, I guess, the Vic Joseph of TNA. He's okay.
Yay!
I don't know what more guy. He's professional and boring. What more do you want?
What more could you want? What more could you want? Now you know who's good on the mic but should not be on commentary.
Who's that?
Tessa Blanchard. Can we be real? No offense to her.
The thing about the Tessa is she's such a great performer, but she needs a good manager. I would love it if she got herself. You know who they should get? Get Melissa Santos as their manager. Bring her back. Because I know she's not under contract with AEW. At least I haven't seen her in forever. If they can get Melissa Santos, bring her in. I think she'd be an awesome valet.
Okay, I'd be down for that. Or like have her in like a faction. Yeah. Like have her in like a faction, like a Mexico faction that like invades TNA and they go to war with like the fucking system and everyone else. Like, okay, I guess that could work.
Well, especially here's what really trips me out. You'd figure with this deal going on with TNA, WWE, you got AAA in the mix as well. You'd figure that they'd want to ship out Tessa over to AAA, in exchange for some other fucking flippy flip jobber that would get Tommy Dreamer's pants wet,
You know why that may not happen?
Because of the deal, the TV deal?
Well, there's that, but then there's also, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Tessa and Conan had a bit of a backstage kind of beef going on.
You stupid! Damn you, Tessa! We root for you, but you go and you make enemies with the wrong people. Conan's powerful. You don't do that.
Unfortunately, he's powerful now. If he was not powerful, and Vince were to fire him, because didn't Vince and Conan have a big beef in the past?
I'll give credit to Conan. And at least Conan will actually reply to your DMs, so
that's true.
He's a cool dude when it comes to that. But like with Conan, he's one of those guys. Yeah, I think he pissed off Vince with his Max Moon bullshit or whatever when he was as the Max Moon character, and then he didn't want to bring him back for a little bit. It was probably a botch. I can't remember the exact reason why it happened. But now he's back in with WWE and he's powerful and he deserves it. I mean, I will say about Conan, he knows a lot about the business. You need people who understand both the Spanish side and the English side. Understand what it's like being in Mexico, in America, those locker rooms, the talent. Having a bilingual dude like that, I think, is pretty essential when you got this deal going on.
Oh, no, for sure. And especially somebody who's been doing it for so long, having him in that role is kind of valuable. It really is.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't think he's too bad. But Crank 2 High Voltage was a trip to watch. For those that haven't seen Crank or Crank 2, I believe both right now are free, and they're awesome, dude. Like they're like those are my favorite Statham movies just because of how insane the storylines are and the stupid shit that they do in it, and the fact that literally this guy cannot stop moving or else he dies. So just just great storylines, great movies. Definitely would recommend it to those that have not watched it.
I don't care what Jason Statham's in. I love all his movies.
Oh yeah, no, he's like, hey man, yeah, hey, try an EpiPen, yeah, it'll get you high. So he's looking, for any sort of adrenaline kick. So he just takes these EpiPens and just starts fucking inhaling them. So it's a great movie.
You know what? As a little aside, what I don't understand, and I get it's because a lot of them are older and they're just not used to it. They don't know the technology, but like for a lot of the older 50-something-year-old bookers, use Grok, use Google Gemini to help with the creative, to help with the booking. It makes things so much easier. It makes you so much more productive. Like, just gotta put the ego to the side and really just use these tools that could help you book a better show and quicker.
I definitely recommend for more bookers to do that, especially if they have a stale show that's not going anywhere. It doesn't hurt to try. Like, if you are so confident in your booking skills and you're actually making headway, you're actually getting popularity, you're growing, then, just do your thing. But if you're actually suffering and not getting any real sort of popularity except for your big shows like TNA, consider it. I don't think it's too far-fetched to do. This is why we always point out that AI is not there to hinder you, it's there to help you. You just got to learn it.
No, and it's kind of like one of those Neil deGrasse Tyson, people who don't know, he's that like black astrophysicist guy. Like, he's all over the place. He's got the deep voice, bug eyes. Like, he talks about like carbon atoms and like structures on the moon and shit like that. But like he talked about, had a prediction of like AI and where it would go. He said that in 50 years, rather than being enslaved by AI, it's going to be kind of an assistant with us, kind of in the role that it is now, but just much more powerful and much more intricate than what it is now.
Well, they've already predicted program this stuff for a while, whether it be Skynet, Minority Report. They've already put out what the future is going to be like. And what it's going to be is it's going to be AI integrated in everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. And they're going to say it's being done to make our life easier. At the same time, it's being done to control us and make us more controllable. Here's the thing about AI. It's all about how much you let that tool take control of your life. Like anything. Don't let it take control of your life. Use it when you need to, but yeah, don't use it for everything. Don't become reliant upon it.
Well, I agree. Don't become reliant upon it. Definitely, train your brain, work out your brain. I'm a huge proponent of that. But what I will say is that, like, just in my daily use of AI, just answering, like, just ask questions and then get an answer, or to, like, come up with, like, creative ideas, or, like, things like that, I do notice that it helps me big time in that role, that it's not been a detriment so far. What it allows me to do is, like, I can have an idea of a song, right? And then I can put it into, like, one of those AI song generators, and I can create that song, and it sounds radio quality. So I see AI more as a tool to help humanity rather than something that's going to enslave it. But I sincerely hope that I'm right about that and that I'm not wrong,
Well, but that's the thing, though, is like we even put out that prediction, what was it, a couple years ago, I Questioned Everything, that we felt that the Antichrist will not be human. It will not even be a being that we can see. It will actually be a merger of demon and technology. And that's, I think, not too far-fetched of a possibility for those that know about AI and know how much it's progressing and how fast it's progressing. So, just saying.
No, I mean, AI definitely is progressing. It's becoming much more capable than it was before. Like, you look at text generators or like image generators 2 years ago to the ones we got now, and we're talking like the free ones, the ones available to the general public. Like, look at AI 2 years ago. Look at AI now.
Yeah, especially like Grok, for example. You do a free picture on Grok, and it's so much better. And even when you do videos now in these free generators, like the biggest test was the Will Smith spaghetti test, and virtually all of them can pass it with flying colors nowadays, all the free ones. So it's really gotten better, and you can only imagine what it's going to be like next year. But at the same time, I always advocate use it as a tool, but don't become reliant upon it, especially if you are a creative person, because I feel that it can help us to lose touch with the source, which I think is something that you don't need to lose touch with. You need to always be in contact with the source.
No, I agree with that.
Right.
And I just actually want to talk about that too, like for like the background videos.
Okay.
I want to address the notion that like it's because I'm being lazy. The way I look at it is like I have an idea even back like 2 years ago, 3 years ago when I was making those like looping background videos, right? Just to kind of like keep the screen busy and not have it just be us talking. What I wanted to like, I had an idea in my mind of what I wanted it to look like, and I would have to take hours and hours, photoshopping and clipping things just to get it to look like what it looked like. Whereas with AI and prompts and like source images and things like that, I can take the idea that was already in my head to begin with and create that in a much more realistic look much more quickly than what would have been. So it's done is it's made it so that I can be much more productive than I was in the past, and I can make it look better,
Well, it's a streamliner. It's a streamliner.
Yeah.
That's what it does. It streamlines. Well, it's like, for example, like with me, before I started using AI video editing, I mean, it was one of those things like where when I would do the news, raw news, adding in the audio, the pictures, all that shit, that would be like a good 4 to 5 hours, It was a good chunk of time to get that together for like an hour and a half episode, So, and now AI has made it so much easier to get shit together for the show, to help out when it comes to, I'm like, at least me making backgrounds. It's made things a lot easier. So AI is something that it helps out. Just don't become too reliant upon it. Just leave it at that.
What I would say, just one more thing, is that it hasn't taken away my creativity. What it has done is it's upped my productivity, and it's allowed me to do things that I wasn't able to do before.
No, for sure. I just, like, who the fuck is a Danny Luna fan? Who the fuck is an Indy Hartwell fan? Who the fuck, like, is actually wanting to see these two women in the main event of the show?
Literally nobody. Why is this the main event? Why?
Is this the main event?
I think.
Yes, I think so. Wait, 6:20. The show is at 7. Maybe not.
Is this an hour and a half show or 2 hours?
2 hours. It ends at 8, I believe.
Okay,
No, it ends at 7. My bad.
Okay, so all right, but still, this late in the show, nobody even then, nobody wants to see Indy Hartwell versus Danny Luna. Nobody wanted to see it a year ago. Nobody wants to see it now. Not only that, but it's like, you could please one of these women just get breast implants, just one, just one, damn it.
Well, because it just looks so fucking weird. Like, not to be a fucking asshole about it, but like, seriously, can one of these women like try to look fucking good on TV?
Well, at least
this
with
does
Indy,
not look good on TV.
At least with Indy, she's a skinny girl, whatever. I can buy her being flat-chested. But Danny Luna has a build like a female rhino with green hair, and she's got a fucking Meg Griffin chest. It's like, what the fuck is this? Come on, do something.
Not an attractive looking woman, I can say definitively. Yeah, it's just,
No.
And that's the thing that I really hate about this new modern era is that, like, because they've tried to take away the sexuality, put the focus more on the wrestling, you're seeing a lot of fucking ugly-ass fucking bitches in the ring now. And it's just turning off a lot of the male audience, and they're just fucking leaving. And we've seen that. Shayna Baszler, prime example. Not an attractive-looking woman. Triple H pushed the fuck out of her in NXT.
Yeah, no, that's what we see. So JT was saying, I jammed on some originals with the guys from my possible new band yesterday. Nice. We just need a new singer and second guitar player, and then go from there. I'm proud of you, man. Keep it up. Let's see. MM Garza was saying what they should do with Liv when she returns. She gonna turn face? I can tell. They probably have her feud with Roxanne Perez. That's more than likely what's gonna happen with Liv because they need faces right now. They really have no strong faces on that show. And that's the thing too with Triple H is like heels and faces, they don't really matter. They go back and forth like nothing. They'll probably make Becky Lynch face next year, knowing them. So yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, it's just they flip flop it like just heel face, heel face, heel face, rather than, and they don't even give you like a good explanation as to why they're turning heel or turning face.
No, never. Well, that's the thing too. Is like if they gave you a good explanation, I can understand. But no, it's always just like, hey, we need a good guy, and this person ran out and attacked this person, and it's friendship and betrayal. I mean, don't ask questions about why Liv ran out and attacked Raquel, who she was best buds with. Don't worry about that. We'll find out on the next episode of Raw, or maybe not. Who cares?
Maybe not. Who cares? Triple H's like, who cares? Just, I don't know, book a bunch of matches. Fuck it, who cares?
Well, we were going to put that in there, but then we need Sami Zayn versus CM Punk for an hour, so I went with that.
So you know what? You know how this guy thinks. Like that's the thing too. Is like you gotta wonder how many segments were cut so John Cena and Sami Zayn could have an hour-long match on SmackDown. You got a 2-hour-long show.
They need more of their shit. What can I tell you?
Yes. JT, I like you, but when you say stuff like that, it's weird, bro. Just letting you know. We love you, but that shit's weird. Just letting you know. Anytime you say that, I'm just like, dude, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
We love you, man. It's all good.
We love you. Please don't do the anime comparisons. It's weird. Okay, so yeah, Danny Luna is slamming her big ham hock arms, her big lunch lady arms,
ham hock
against Indy Hartwell's A-cup chest. Indy is firing back with back elbows. Just that's the thing about Danny is she just looks like she would smell like cabbage. She doesn't look very appetizing.
No, she looks like bread baking in twine. Just not a good look.
Yeah, not looking good. Oh, she's what's up?
Oh, no good.
No, I just gotta describe the shitty wrestling we were watching. I'm sorry.
Can I describe something real quick?
Please.
So I mentioned on a few podcasts ago, I gave up smoking. I don't smoke cigarettes or any of that. I'm vaping now. It's like I make my own e-liquids. I use like vegetable glycerin and the food flavorings and all that. So I made a pretty cool flavor. I took orange cream, like orange vanilla, and I mixed it with a little bit of peppermint. This shit's fucking good, dude.
That sounds like a pretty good holiday flavor right there, man. That's a unique flavor twist right there. Oh, you know what's something else I tried to talk about that was actually pretty good is they have an orange vanilla freeze right now. I loved it. Truly hated it. I love anything orange vanilla sherbet, so I thought it was great.
Orange vanilla is like the best flavor that ever was created. It's just the best. You're taking two good things and you're mixing it together, and it's just amazing.
Well, and everybody always talks about root beer floats as those being great. No, you need to get yourself an Orange Crush float Go ahead and get some orange soda, some vanilla ice cream, put that in there, and have yourself an orange crush float, because that's the shit right there.
Those are fucking awesome, dude.
Yes.
You know what you can do? An orange Faygo. Orange Faygo. You take like vanilla ice cream and put it together. It's just so fucking good.
I see. That's the thing is I don't have Faygo nearby me. I used to have a gas station nearby me. It was an A-Body gas station, and he had a Faygo section. It was like a full section of just Faygo. It was weird, but dude, he had the hookup. Other than that, I had to go to Bevmo to get Faygo.
Yeah. Bevmo does have Faygo. They're like one of like one place in a fucking 200-mile radius that has it.
Right. Seriously. JT was wondering, what is it? If Kurt Hawkins opened up the show. He was in some shitty jobber match. Matt Cardona, I believe, is out of TNA, but I'm not for sure. Was he on any of the more recent episodes? I can't remember.
I can't either.
Okay. He's very forgettable like that.
Mid Cardona.
I will say this much about Matt Cardona is he must be making some good money on the indies because him and Chelsea just got a new house. Maybe that's mostly because of Chelsea's WWE paychecks, but
probably.
Still though, I mean, they got a new house. The dude has his own action figure room. I'm not joking. Like, dude,
good God.
It's like the size of a small bowling alley. It's like, what the fuck is this shit?
It's like, dude, it's a bit like when you have a room for action figures and you're grown. He's a 40-something-year-old man, and he's got a room for action figures. Like, dude, come on.
Like, don't put it in the house. Like, I understand if you look at it a collectible and you don't play with them, whatever. Go put it out in the storage shed or something.
Yeah,
like to be putting it in a room, like no wonder your doormat has keys underneath it for people just to take whenever they need them. Just saying, no wonder. Bad Sport was saying Carrie gets $1 million every time SNF intro is used. I would really hope she does.
That's wild, dude.
Like, if that's the case, she deserves it because she's Carrie Underwood. Damn it.
Carrie Underwood, damn it. She's earned that money.
Pay the lady.
Pay the lady.
Thoughts on the Chargers' dominance of the Raiders? Do you think Slater injury is going to kill them long term?
No. And the good thing about Khalil Mack is it's not a long-term injury, and they went ahead and signed another edge rusher. I forget his name, but he was with the Commanders. I think they're fine. I think Trey Pipkins is doing a good enough job as it is right now. Joe Alt so far is playing left tackle at an elite level, and that's really, really good to hear. The defense, dude. The Chargers defense, literally, it's got to be the best in the league. It's just and it's not like barely beating teams. It's putting them like under their thumb the entire fucking game, like suffocating them, not giving the offense a chance to breathe. And you could see Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. You could see Geno Smith on the sideline looking like fucking Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest after he gets the lobotomy. Like,
hell yeah. So no Milo or Harley on this episode. Haven't seen them yet. They got the I guess a tag match with the Hardys coming up at the next big show. Mike Santana in action in the main event, I'm guessing. Mickey Mouse, Shayna Baszler was on NXT. Doesn't surprise me. I figured it was going to be all the black and gold people. So yeah, that's how.
Oh, you still there? Did I lose my internet connection? No, I'm still here. Okay. So I don't know if you guys could still hear me. I think I'm still live. Hey, people in the chat, can you hear me? Just say, JC, we can hear you. And we'll see what's going on here. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so NC's internet, it looks like you may be having internet issues. All right, so cool. All right, so let me see what's going on here. Looks like I'm at a bit of a commercial break right now. Let me text him to see what's going on. All right. Yeah, he's saying his connection went out. All right. Okay, I am live. Okay. All right. So went ahead and texted him, so he's getting back to me. But cool. All right. So yeah, so we're dealing with that right now. I guess we could talk about the ratings real quick. Definitely go over them. So we could talk about the ratings and what it did, and the fact that AJ Lee came back and she's on Raw, and Raw got 2.6 million.
Hey. Dang it. My bad, guys. I don't know. It's not poor Wi-Fi or anything like that. It's just had an internet glitch, and I'm back. So I'm here. Sorry about that, guys.
You are back.
Yes. All right. So, it's just, where are we on at the show right now? What's going on for you?
I'm at a commercial break.
Oh, great. Yeah, so, the ratings, what was it? Taylor Swenson was bringing up that Raw did a 2.8, and we said that it was going to do 2.6. It's still shitty either way, right?
Oh, it's awful. I mean, the fact that you bring back this big mega star AJ Lee and you're only getting 2.6 million, that's still a bad number.
Yeah.
That's still a bad number. Like Raw, like a couple weeks ago, was getting 2.7 million with no AJ Lee.
Well, that's the thing, too, is like AJ Lee is not this big draw. For anybody that didn't see her promo, I'm from New Jersey. I'm Puerto Rican. We're not afraid to shank a bitch. Like,
that's so edgy. Whoa.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. It's like, when she said that shit, I was like, dude, who the fuck asked for this line? Who wanted this line?
I think it was her way of trying to sound cool. Like, oh, I'm from New Jersey. I could shank a bitch.
Right. And here's the thing too. Apparently, like I found this out online because I don't read her fucking stupid book. But apparently, there's a passage in her book where she talks about some home intruder and her and she describes in depth stabbing this guy and how she almost threw up from the sound of the blade going in and out of his flesh. Oh
wow!
It's not that she actually has shanked somebody. I will say that much.
That's pretty good. Well, and like she's even back then she's pretty. I mean, she's an athletic chick. I'll give her that. So I could believe that you could shank somebody and it would fucking hurt.
Okay, so we got Jungle Boy on steroids coming out right now. This is AJZ. At least he hits the weights. It's like if Pac and Jungle Boy had a kid, I guess.
Jungle Pac.
Jungle Pac. So what's his gimmick? Is he just like dude from Australia?
He's like, I'm Jungle Boy, but better. I'm Jungle Boy 2.0 on steroids. I don't know.
He's doing the Scream promo because that's what you got to do when you first get over in TNA. You got to do a Scream promo.
It shows how intense you are. It shows that you have passion. You know what? Like the other day, I was watching some old 90s SNL skits.
Yes.
You remember the one with the monkey in the science lab, Mr. Peepers? Remember him in the red overalls?
Yes. yes. That was good.
Who it reminded me of?
Who's that?
Tony Khan.
Tony fucking Khan! Yeah!
He's Mr. Peepers.
Mr. fucking Peepers! He's some cocaine!
I'm gonna book you to lab.
All right, so we got Mike Santana. Well, why is Mike Santana fighting some random jobber for no reason?
Because it's giving him the rub. It's to get him over to the TNA audience.
Why do they do this shit? Like, this is the stupidest fucking shit when they do this. They have, like, a TNA guy who they're building up, trying to be a main eventer, upper mid-card, or whatever the fuck you want to call him, and they have him fight some guy, my first time I've ever seen him. What's the point?
And it's just a squash match.
Yeah, well, no, knowing them, knowing Tommy Dreamer's dumbass, he'll probably have Mike Santana do a competitive match with this little fucker.
Oh, God. Like, what was the point of that? They had him go out there and hype himself up, and then he just loses in a squash match.
Tommy Dreamer booking. So, good news. Bullseye album is incoming. Look out for that. It's going to be dope. So, if you know Bullseye, you know he brings the magic, so it should be good. You cannot have Domingo! Yeah, you do. I could see him and Dave doing that shit.
I'm just picturing him in the red overalls.
Hell
eating the apple.
I've been a fan of Mike Santana since his time in AEW. Tony Khan wasted him. To me, Mike Santana should be the new face of TNA after Trick Williams. Well, and the thing about us is, like, we really got familiar with Santana back in his days in LAX, in Impact. Him teaming up with, Conan It was great. You know, they had a lot of good shit, I think, with LAX. It's unfortunate they never got back that magic, but yeah, I feel bad for Ortiz just rotting away in AEW. At least Santana could actually show off his skills, so something.
It's something, yeah. And so right now they got, I don't know if you see it yet, but
he's doing a promo right now, right?
Oh, no, you haven't seen it yet. Okay.
Okay.
Can I? No, I can't.
It's live, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all good. I just see Mike Santana cutting a promo right now after he literally beat that guy in 3 minutes. What the fuck?
Nothing. It's like nothing, dude.
What was the point of him all that hot dogging and grandstanding and then he just loses in 3 minutes like a jobber? Like, dude, fucking JD's brother put on a better fucking match against Eric Young. What the hell is that shit? There it is. He did the run-in. There's the run-in.
The Lorenzo Stacks, I think is his name, or something.
No, isn't that Rich Holland?
That is Rich Holland, yeah.
I mean, I got confused at first with the shitty haircut, but
yeah,
not yet.
That is Rich Holland, yeah.
Okay, I mean, it's something. At least he could go hurt TNA's roster now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Joking.
Please don't break any necks.
Well, that's the thing, too, is like he has a reputation already in WWE for hurting people. I can kind of see why they're just throwing him over to TNA. They're like, yeah, we don't want to deal with this liability. Instead of just being professionals and cutting him, we're just going to send him to TNA so he can hurt other wrestlers. Brilliant.
Just let him loose over there.
Fuck up the roster.
Fuck up the roster. So I remember the name for the name that was going around for what's his name, the Draw.
Sammy Owens, Sloppy Salad Man. Is that the one?
Almost.
Okay.
Salami Calorie Ham, the bread machine. I don't know who the fuck said that. Damn it. Props to you.
Salami Calorie Ham, the bread machine. And you know what's funny too is on that TNA that I was watching earlier today, they were showing the downfall of Sami Callihan, and they showed Moose. He's like, Sammy, you used to be a tough wrestler. Now you're just a fat piece of garbage. And then they showed Sammy backstage, and he's like, maybe it is true what all those people say on the internet. Just like all these people calling him fat. Like, it tripped me out seeing something like that. You wouldn't see that modern day, like them fat shaming a pro wrestler. I thought it was cool. Like, the wrestlers need that shit.
Well, he's like one of the few wrestlers on that roster to lose to a woman. Like,
yeah. No,
he's just a fat garble. He's a fat fucking gravelly voiced bitch. That's all he is.
Sammy,
the bread machine.
Sammy, if you're listening, we hope that
we love you. Don't worry.
We hope that Pro Wrestling Revolver works out great, man. In all honesty, we support indie wrestling. At the same time, though, it's a good thing you retired. I saw your retirement match. I thought it was great. I thought you did the bow way too much bowing. But other than that, I like what I saw. The guy's an innovator. For anybody who's seen CZW growing up, like, the guy was once a deathmatch king, one of the baddest motherfuckers out there. Sure. So, yeah, he put Ohio on the map. Let's put it that way.
And he put Ohio on the map, and he had them against everybody.
Yeah.
Remember that faction he had, OVE?
Ohio versus everyone.
Versus everyone. Like, honestly, it wasn't the worst, but yeah.
Yeah,
it was very TNA. I'll put it that way.
Well, like, at least the talent was good. I think the Chris brothers are good. As Sammy, back when he wasn't completely a fat, chunky little battle tank, served a purpose. I'm surprised they didn't bring in the rest of the crew, like Ricky Shane Page, Atticus Cougar, and his brother. Whatever, though. I mean, at least they got a couple of them, so.
Well, that's something.
So, yeah, for guys... Speaking of, we're going to be doing next week, we got a 2-day CZW review. So I found out that they're still around and they did a Tournament of Death. So we're going to cover the Tournament of Death next week.
Tournament of Death.
Yes.
It's like that movie Faces of Death. I don't know if you ever saw you had to have seen it.
No, Faces of Death is actually on Roku now. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, shit's come a long way. So, yeah. What is it? I want to say Cross is actually wrestling tomorrow for Defy over in Seattle. I'll see how that event is. If I hear anything, I'll let you know. But I'm just glad to see him getting out more. They, like, for all the people saying, "Oh no, people aren't talking about him." Nah, he's like the hottest name on the indies right now.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And I think it's possible that they could bring him back. That they'll let him have a little bit of time on the indies, innovate a little bit, and then come back. I don't see why they can't bring him back, or why they wouldn't bring him back. He's the model employee. He doesn't start bullshit. He's respectful to the fans. He sells merch really well. Why would you not want him?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand why they wouldn't. Alejandro was saying sometimes you guys make fun of small guys, but you guys had Spike Dudley, Rey Mysterio back then. Well, and that's the
awesome
thing. And that's the thing too, is that the small guys back then, they weren't afraid to put their bodies on the line and do anything they could to get over. They didn't care that they had a lack of size. They knew they had to compensate for it, so they went all out. And that's why we got people like Drake Maverick, people like Enzo Mori, that really said, you know what, fuck, I don't care if I'm a tall guy, I'm gonna hang with the big dogs. They found a way, So
I don't know how the chat's gonna feel about this, but like, honestly, I think Pac is one of the most underutilized guys in AEW's roster.
Pac's a tough dude. Yeah, well, because he takes care of himself. Like, he's always shown up looking like a pro wrestler, and I respect that about him. He very rarely botches. Like, if he does, I don't see it. But the guy, even since his time on the indies, does not botch. He's just super fucking good at what he does. Hits his moves super crisp and clean. He can have an intense promo if he really wants to. I think he needs a different character than the Bastard. I think that's kind of weird. You know what? I wouldn't mind him. Bring him back to WWE. Make him mini Drew McIntyre. They would make a dope tag team, I'm telling you. Like that. Call them the Scottish Terrors. They'd be fucking awesome, I'm telling you.
Scottish Terrors. I mean, there's something there. I mean, you could definitely do something with Pac and Drew McIntyre in a tag. But, I don't see why you wouldn't want to have Pac in your company. I've never heard much about him complaining a lot, or like what you said, he doesn't botch a lot. He looks like a wrestler. I mean, like, just because a wrestler is short doesn't mean that there isn't value to them. But what I'm noticing from a lot of the short wrestlers is that they're also not charismatic or badass. They're goofy.
And that's the thing, Paul, is that, like I said, from what I've seen, and I haven't seen him hurt other people. If he botches and hurts himself, that's one thing. What we're talking about is his safety in the ring. How many times have JC, let me ask you this. How many times have you heard about Pac hurting somebody? Because I can't think of any.
I can't think of any, yeah. Well, the thing, too, is like with him, it's like, granted, he's had a lot of wear and tear of his body over the years.
Right.
But he hasn't wrestled on TV in how long? Like, how long has it been?
It feels like a little bit. Maybe he's wrestling on Collision. Like, we don't watch Dynamite and Collision on a regular basis. Oh, speaking of, JT was asking about Matt Barfona. Here he is out at ringside right now, commentating for a match randomly. I don't know what's up with that.
Okay, so Matt Cardona's commentating, and it looks like Ryan and Nick Nemeth are feuding with one of the TNA presidents. What?
Joe Silva, right?
No, not Joe Silva. There's like some other bald guy he's feuding with.
Okay.
I don't get what's going on.
But you know what, though? He's a Keebler elf that beats ass. Like, he's like a Keebler elf if you raised him in a dungeon with nothing but steroids and meth. That's what you would get.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of good wrestlers out there that are short. Like Rey Mysterio. He's a short guy. We've seen him in person how fucking tiny he is. But he's not a fucking pussy. He's not a wuss or a wimp. He's not a... He's just a tough guy. He's just a tough dude, and you could respect that.
Well, keep in mind too,
a lot of these wrestlers now.
A lot of what you've heard in the past too is like they'll always inflate weights and heights. Like, I remember back in the day that they used to say that Bret Hart was above 6 foot and 235 pounds. They used to say that Shawn Michaels was 6'2", 235, when he was like easily 5'11" in the thick boots and maybe 210 at the most.
Yeah, no, Shawn Michaels is not as big as they made him out to be. Yeah, and they do that. Like, you see, like Vince would have the backstage interviewers like crouch down when he was interviewing because he wanted the wrestlers to look larger than life. Now Triple H doesn't give a fuck. So
yes, no, seriously. Thoughts on Carmelo versus Crawford? Noseman, Nia, Undertaker, HBK were there. Well, I will say this much: Dana White lost $10 million betting on Canelo. Oh, that's rough. You know what though? I'm happy for Crawford. We need a little mix up, so I'm happy that he won. You need something to change up boxing every once in a while. So, I'm glad they had a change like that. It's a big event. It was definitely one of the bigger events to talk about. So we got the Hardy Boys coming in. Okay, so it's Hardy Boys versus Nemeth Brothers in the main event. Okay. Alejandro was saying, any tips on burning fat quickly? The main things that I can recommend to you, up your water intake, try to lower how much snacking you do. And then if you cut out 3 things, you're going to make a drastic difference. It's hard, but if you can cut out bread, cut out sugar, and cut out dairy. If you can cut out those 3 things from your diet, it's super hard. But if you can do that, you will notice a dramatic change in a very quick succession. So just saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the big thing that you'll notice too is the first thing I would cut out is bread. Cut out bread, and then from there I would cut out probably dairy, and then the very last I would cut out sugar, just to kind of wean your body out of there slowly and not fuck yourself over. So.
No, I agree with all that.
Yes.
So I don't know if you're at the match right now. The Hardys, are they coming down to the ring?
So they're in the ring right now. Yeah, they're wearing their Andrew WK outfits for whatever reason.
They just look like painters.
Why are you dressed in wife beaters and white pants? Well, what are you gonna do a Boys to Men duet? What is this?
Dang, I can see them singing the song now. Close your eyes, make a wish.
Blow out the candlelight, guys.
You got Jeff Hardy doing the guys, blow out the candlelight.
Yogurt. So, well, here's the thing about yogurt is it's not bad if you had. Here's the thing is if you only cut out one of those 3 things, you'll notice a difference. If you cut out all 3, you'll notice a dramatic difference. Just saying. But yogurt is good, especially if you have it with fruit slices, something like that. Yeah, it's a nice little snack.
So what do you think about him doing also intermittent fasting? What do you think about that?
I would say first off, change your diet, start eating healthier, and just make that change first. And then if you really want to make that dramatic change, you got to start lowering the 3 things that I mentioned. And then from there, you really just got to watch how much you eat. You'll notice it once your stomach starts to shrink. Once your stomach starts to shrink, you're not going to want to eat that much. Like with me, I for the most part, I eat about 1.5 meals a day. I don't eat a whole lot. And you get used to it, man. And then, yeah, you notice a change, especially in the stomach. That's the first area you're going to notice it, is in the stomach. You'll start to trim up. So, yeah, just keep a lookout for it.
And for people wondering what they could do to suppress their appetite, because it is you get those hunger pangs and you want to eat, smoke, drink coffee, drink a lot of water. Those are all things that I have personally noticed help when it comes to satisfying that hunger need. That's just what worked for me.
Just keep yourself occupied, because usually people, a lot of people do this. It's sad. When they get bored, they eat. And instead of eating when you get bored, go do something fun. Go do something you like doing. Go smoke a cigarette. Go smoke a bowl. Do something fun.
Well, and that's true, because it's your brain wanting a dopamine fix. When you want food, generally that's what that is.
Yeah, no, well, that's what a lot of people do is, what was it, Christian Bale on the set of The Machinist, to lose all that weight in a dramatic period that he did. That's all he did would smoke cigarettes and would eat an apple from time to time to get in that skeletal visage that you saw in that movie. So,
isn't that what Joaquin Phoenix did for the Joker?
I don't know. I just know that,
so.
Yeah, because I want to say for The Machinist, Christian Bale was 90 pounds. So to get down to that, yeah, he literally had to become addicted to cigarettes and the occasional apple. So,
damn.
Yeah. Not easy, man. Being an actor is the shit that they put themselves through to get in a role is crazy. Especially the fact too, if you think about the trajectory of the movies, he did Dark Knight. What was it? 2 years later. So he went from 90 pounds to 230 pounds. Muscle too.
That's freaking crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And even Chris Hemsworth with the Hulk Hogan biopic that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He if you've seen how much muscle he put on, he did start to get that Hulk Hogan physique.
Didn't they cancel that shit?
They did, yeah.
See, that's fucked. At least he's in good shape now. I would hope that he probably gets another role. If anything, he's probably already in Thor shape, so didn't have to train for that shit.
Yeah, he started out with a good base and just ate like crazy to get all that muscle. So yeah. Well, he didn't just have to eat like crazy. He had to eat like crazy and then train like a madman to get what The Rock did.
Let me ask you your projection on something. So, if The Rock does have his match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 43, do you think he's going to show up as Skinny Rock, or do you think he's going to put on a little bit of muscle just for that match?
He may put on a little bit of muscle. I could see him doing that. You're not going to see this jack to the gills, 290-pound Rock, but you are going to see a Rock that will look good on TV. If The Rock is going to wrestle in a match with his ego, he's going to want to look good on TV, and so I think he will definitely put on about a good 10, 20 pounds of muscle, probably.
Yeah, if anything, he won't. I don't think he'll be as big as Roman, but he's a tall guy, so it doesn't take a lot of muscle to make him look formidable. So there is that. So, Javon was saying, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about WWE GM Jonathan Coachman? I liked him. I've never had a problem with Coachman. People said he wasn't the best commentator. I think he was a good jack of all trades, and I like what he's doing right now with the show. Coachman's a good dude overall. Yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about him.
No, not at all. Yeah, just like his role, like he was funny, he was entertaining, and even with this new show now, he's still entertaining and very informative to listen to. So yeah, good dude.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, well, that's the thing too with the Hardy Boys. They were getting hated on recently. I want to say it was FTR was talking about the greatest tag teams of all time and naming off all these jobber tag teams. And then he dissed the Dudleys and the Hardys. I'm like, you fat little bald shithead. You aren't even in the fucking top 10, let alone the Mount Rushmore fucking tag teams. Oh, speaking of, not to get on a side rant, but okay. Did you hear what CM Punk said about the Mount Rushmore that we have? Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. Oh, God.
He said, well, actually, it's supposed to be the 6 grandfathers, but a bunch of white jerk-offs had their own opinion about it. Let me see if I can... I'm going to see if I can pull up the exact quote. Let me go ahead and pull it. I think I liked it.
So CM Punk dissed FTR?
No,
wow.
I don't think... No, it was something separate. It was like he was literally talking about the Mount Rushmore. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, let me see
in South Dakota, yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, I'm just getting another commercial right now.
Isn't that crazy? Like the Mount Rushmore it's in South Dakota. You would think it's in like Washington D.C. or it's in like one of the 13 colony states. No, it's in South Dakota.
Out of all places, go figure.
Yeah.
So here's what he said. He said, 6 grandfathers is what it was called before we decided to carve 4 white men on the side of it.
God. Oh my God.
We don't make this shit up. Whenever we do the Punk impressions, that's literally what he fucking sounds like. He's a clown. 46-year-old clown, dude.
He's the fucking whiny leftist. That's what he is.
It's just like, bro, literally, look at your forearm. What color are you? I hate it when people do that shit. Like, bro, you're white. It's like you're not any other fucking skin color but white.
Your name is Phil Brooks. You're white.
Dude, he is the whitest white that ever whited. Okay.
CM White.
It was obvious when he did the rap. When he did the rap, and it was more like a spoken word than it was a rap. I was like, dude, this is honestly the whitest rap I've ever heard.
Even C stands for cracker. Yeah.
Like, I thought White Boy Rick was a white rapper. No, this guy was way whiter.
No, this guy, yeah, it's Punk. What are we gonna do with you? What are we gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna make fun of you.
We're gonna make fun of you. Well, that's the thing too. Is I would love to take him and just put him in a room and have him watch like Romper Stomper and American History X on repeat. See if we can change his mind.
We can save you, Punk. Well, we actually probably can't, but
no,
we could try. We could try, or at least we can make fun of you in the process.
He's one of those guys that's only going to get worse as he gets older. That's all Punk has proven to me, is that he does a good job of holding it in. He even had a quote recently where he said, there's a lot of people in the locker room that I don't like, but I don't have to worry about them going into business for themselves. They're professionals. They know that if they do, that we'll have a problem. So I mean, I think he knows what could be. He straight out admits, I don't like people there. They don't like me. But at least we get our jobs done. So that's what matters.
And you know what? Like, I can at least respect that a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Because, like, but did he need to go out and say this to the public? No.
No, not at all. Well, and it's just, he's one of those guys, like we've shown before, that will constantly grandstand and hot dog on their own political ideologies, yet never donate a single fucking dollar. Chris Jericho, for all the fucking hate he gets online, I always see that guy donating to charities. Always. And you know a guy like Punk has to have, if not as much money as Jericho, maybe even a little bit more with that WWE contract, you know?
And that's a good thing you brought up, too, because we know for a fact that Chris Jericho donated, what, $2,000 to Psycho Stu?
Yeah, no, he's done this numerous times with other wrestlers and other fundraisers. Like, I've seen Jericho's name come up, honestly, as the most donatable wrestler out there. Like, that guy, yeah, no, he's a good dude. Like, that's the thing that doesn't get around about Jericho. Because, you know, we focus on the aesthetics. We're going to focus on his body and how he looks. He's in the pro wrestling game. He knows what it's like. At the same time, though, legitimately, he's a great dude, and he deserves to know that. He's a great dude.
No, he's a great dude, but, like, you know, about Punk, it's like we've never seen him donate any money. He whines and fucking virtue signals. Yeah, let's talk about it. Genocide, when he was at the fucking Chicago fight thing that he did. And he didn't donate any fucking money.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. Is like he's done multiple things like this where he's grandstanded and said, I support this. I'm behind this. And then, no money.
And he's rich as fuck, too. Like, that's the thing. Like, if he was poor, that'd be one thing. This motherfucker's a multimillionaire many times over.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, it's fishy when somebody is that hypocritical like that. They always have to grandstand on something. They always have to speak their mind on something, yet they can't donate a single fucking dollar. You know?
No, they can't donate a fucking dollar. And that's all we're asking. It's like, if you're going to take Saudi money, Punk, donate some of that to, like, some, like, LGBT cause. You know, put the money to good use. He didn't even do that.
No, and that's the thing about Punk, too, is he never talks about stuff that happens locally, like the shooting. He wouldn't dare mention that, you know? No, he's got, because it doesn't fit his ideology, so he can't mention it. He doesn't want to paint anybody in a bad light except for the evil white man, which he is, so.
But then even then he uses it to make him look good. It's all about him and making him look good and him getting himself over. It's not about him. Like, I think he has genuine feelings about it, but I feel like he uses it for his advantage, if that makes sense.
Well, I think he's totally a brainwashed, dumb shit liberal. There's no doubt about that. But no, he realizes that he's a celebrity, so he uses his launch pad, so to speak, to gain himself more fans. Especially in a day and age where these new fans, they rip apart the veterans. He's staying alive. He's beloved by them because he tells them what they want to hear. That's the thing, is we never said Punk's a stupid man. We just said that he's unfortunately on the wrong side of the tracks.
Well, Punk knows that he's got to play the game. Punk knows what the game is, and the game is you got to get, you got to be liked. You got to be liked, and so, like, he will say whatever he thinks he has to say to be liked.
Yeah, and he knows too. It's not even so much about being liked in that locker room. It's about being liked in the IWC. That's the main thing that matters with these wrestlers now more than ever. It shouldn't, but that's what, like, being liked by people like Fade and Hill Uzi is, for whatever reason in this reality, important. And it's retarded. It sucks.
Well, and I would like to think that the wrestlers make fun of those marks. I would really like to think that.
But then I see them retweeting and quote tweeting these motherfuckers. So I'm like, nah, they want their validation because they realize that they're quote unquote popular accounts when probably half of their followers are bots.
Good point. That's a good point too, because, like, how do we know that a lot of their account activity isn't botted?
You just gotta realize, for every shitty, stupid tweet that they put out, they're getting over 1,000 likes.
Right.
Who the fuck are these people liking every shitty, stupid tweet? Especially, like, granted, Heel Lucy kind of fell off, you know, after they exposed his account 3 times. But this guy dedicates his account to shitting on AEW and does not stop. Like, dude, they're already a dead horse. WWE's already winning. Literally every tweet from this fucker is, ha ha ha, look, NXT, WWE won again. Suck it, Tony. It's like...
And the only reason why he's doing that is because he knows it's popular to dish on AEW, to shit on them and support WWE.
It's so old, though, bro. Get a new angle. You rode that shit in the dirt already to the point your account got nuked 3 times. Get a new angle.
Seriously, just get a new angle. Just be genuine. Just be honest with your fucking opinions. You know, like, we're honest with our opinions. Like, there are good things about AEW. There are a lot of bad things, but there are some good things.
Well, that's the thing, too, is we just want to point out that, I know we've been very, very crucial on pro wrestling in the past. We just want to show people out there that we have hope for pro wrestling, not to give up on it. Right now, what we are is we're rolling up a big ass hill. We're not at the top of the hill yet, but once we get over the top of the hill, I'm telling you, it's going to be all downhill. We are getting so close to that top. That's the best analogy I can think of for where we're at right now in pro wrestling.
I agree. I think that we're getting into what I feel is a better place with wrestling. I think that TNA will have a better TV deal. They'll have a live product every week. Next year, or maybe at most the year after. They'll probably be owned by either Vince McMahon or somebody else. So, I think a lot of the wrestlers that you have there are still going to be there if you like them. With AEW, I don't know where they're going to be. Maybe they'll have a better product, maybe not. With WWE, they could be owned by the Saudis, and maybe the Saudis will enforce some strict controls. Maybe they won't, and maybe they'll lower the ticket prices. Who knows? But what I do know is that there are some positive. And the way I look at wrestling, and I hate Triple H with a burning passion, but he did say something that I do kind of agree with.
What's up?
You got to find something that you like in wrestling. If you just shit on everything, you're going to be miserable. And there are things that I enjoy in wrestling. There are characters I enjoy. Like I said, I enjoy Tony Storm and Tekla, Killer Cross. I'm a huge fan of his. LA Knight, I'm a fan of his. TNA, the Hardys, they're cool. Jeff Hardy with his gimmicks, like Will of the Wisp and all them, they're cool. Iconics, they're cool. There's things in TNA, AEW, and WWE that I'm a fan of, but there's a lot of problems overall with the shows.
Oh yeah, no, well that's the thing too, is that at the very least that's why I've been willing to adventure outside of WWE, because we've grown tired of Triple H's presentation. The thing with Vince's presentation, it was always entertaining in some way, shape, or form. With Triple H, it's so dragging, it's so soulless, it's so fucking boring. So when it comes to WWE, it's very hard to consume WWE. It's such a draining, boring program. But at least with all these other shows, you get to see people who might be the future of pro wrestling. You see, every once in a while, a decent promo. You see some hot girls. There's benefits to watching companies outside of WWE, because with WWE, you're just going to see the same old factory standard, boring PG bullshit. You're not going to see anything landmark. You're not going to see anything that's really adult-edged. You're just going to see the same fucking TikTok, goldfish brain, meme-worthy bullshit that Triple H is focusing on. He really wants to focus towards that YouTube generation. That's what he's trying to gain the viewers for. Unfortunately, they moved on. They realized that pro wrestling is gay. That's the thing too. Is like, if they realize that there is good pro wrestling out there, I'm sure they would like it. But it doesn't help when the main guy out there, the main company, is putting on the worst product. And I mean that with sincerity. Triple H's WWE is a dystopic view of what WWE should never have been, but it is.
It's just like a fucking old man booking for a crowd of matchmark neckbeards trying to be cool, and this is what you end up with.
Well, that's the thing, is he couldn't even invest in mic workers because it would offend his fucking ego and legacy. Like, that's the thing, is at least with Vince, he brought you some great mic workers, some people who were the future, people that look like they could be the future, like Austin Theory, for example, 24 years old. He was ready to go, and Triple H just dropped him. Triple H, if he was bringing up good mic workers in NXT Black and Gold, I might be able to give him a pass. But everybody who he's filled the main roster with, whether it be SmackDown or Raw, they're all substandard shit mic workers. They don't stand out. They're not getting any better. His golden goose, Seth Rollins, just gets worse over the years and more injury prone. Becky gets worse. Who out of NXT Black and Gold has gotten better? And don't say LA Knight. He's already been great. Always been great. So who would be that person? You know?
That's honestly a really good question. Like, who in NXT Black and Gold was shit in NXT Black and Gold, but they're good now?
I mean, maybe Rhea Ripley, but even then, I would put a lot of that on Vince McMahon. And even then, she's not great. She's just The same chick, but with a different look, I guess.
And I'm not going to say Solo Sikoa because he was in NXT 2.0. When we're talking about NXT Black and Gold, we're talking like NXT from 2016 to 2021.
Yeah, like all the people that, jack off about Finn Balor and, Damian Priest, those types of people, all the people that are getting fired right now, like Andrade, those types of people.
Yeah, like I'm struggling right now to think of just anybody that's gotten better.
Because Triple H, that's the thing, is that he was selfish. He wanted to just bring in something for the match marks. He didn't care about grooming the future of the WWE. That was never his purpose, never what he served. That's the reason why you have everybody on the main roster in their late 30s and early 40s. He didn't care about youth. And anybody who he did care about that was youthful, for example, Velveteen Dream, kind of fucked up their own path. So, it's like he never really invested more in mic workers. He had like maybe one or two that he liked. And if he invested in more characters, more mic workers, we wouldn't be in the situation that we are now. Like, let's say, for example, if he actually invested in a guy like Elias and made him a big star, instead of Vince having to build him up from a fucking jobber into a star, we might be okay. If he actually treated Enzo good, we might be okay. But no, he treated all these guys who were great on the mic. Even Mandy Rose treated her like shit. Liv Morgan treated her like shit. Alexa Bliss treated her like shit. We've seen all these talented mic workers, male and female, be treated like jobbers under Triple H and then go onto the main roster and be treated like royalty like Vince. This guy does not know what the fuck he's doing. That's all we're trying to make aware. We're not trying to be cruel.
No, we're not trying to be cruel or mean or assholes or anything like that. We're just stating an opinion. We're just stating how we feel and what we are observing from wrestling and where Triple H is falling short and where he needs to do better. We're not trying to be mean. We're not trying to be assholes. We're just stating an opinion. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but this is just how we feel.
My opinion with Aleister Black is I feel like his character hasn't grown much since NXT. For those that saw him in NXT, like literally there was no real career progression with Malachi Black. It's just I paint my face black and put energy circles on my knees. And then he comes over back to WWE and he's like the badass Aleister Black again. And I'm sorry, he got even skinnier. I don't know. And to me, he's just CM Punk with better kickboxing skills and worse on the mic, if that makes sense.
That's pretty much who he is, and it's a shame.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a shame because there are talents in that company that could be booked better than what they are now. Like LA Knight. Like we bring him up all the time, but this is a guy who's criminally underbooked.
Absolutely. Darth said, favorite Bullseye song so far, best writer, duh! To me, I really like that Charlie Kirk one you put out. That was very heartfelt. You need to do that from time to time, especially when you're a comedy musician. Do serious stuff to show your talent. So yeah, that was very cool. I also like the Stabbing Turtle. That was a favorite of mine. Let's see what else. I liked your Sami Zayn song. That was really good. All the CM Punk songs are really good.
Fat Marks, loved it.
Yes, the Bronson Reed song is really good too. You'd be hard pressed to find a bad Bullseye song. They're really good, man.
They're all just good. They're just funny and creative.
Yes,
keep doing it, man.
Absolutely. Clark Herman was saying, I have Kane's Twisted Disturbed Life of Kane DVD. One match on it is one with Noseman from No Mercy 2002. That one was on there because that was the feud over, haha, you know what. Oh, yeah, for those that remember what happened with Kane and Triple H and their little feud, it was very disturbing that they went in that direction. But even then, I'll take that any day of the week over anything Triple H is doing. Like, especially that stupid angle he did with Shawn Michaels. Bring back Katie Vick, please. Bring that shit back. I'll take it over fucking anything that they're doing in NXT. Katie Vick would be more over, let's put it that way.
It at least gives you something to talk about. Because that's the problem that I'm having with a lot of wrestling shows now, is there's nothing to talk about after the show. It just ends and there it went.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. It's like nothing's memorable anymore. Like, we can watch a PLE from WWE, and there's nothing that, like, I'm like, hey, you remember that? At least with AEW, with All In, after that ended, I was like, dude, that Jon Moxley-Adam Page match was fucking bloody as shit. I'm like, MJF looked like a star on the show. You know, at least I remember shit about the Tony Storm looked fucking fantastic. I appreciated her beating Mercedes Moné. You know, it's just like, at least there was shit to remember. You know, that they have memorable stars over in AEW. And don't get me wrong, they do in WWE as well, but the presentation, Triple H, he has too much of a focus on the matches and not enough on the characters.
And that's the thing, is it's because it's easy for him. It's easy and it's what he knows. They just book a bunch of matches. And it's a shame that there are so many people that will go and pay out the ass to go see that shit, knowing that they're going to be. And that's the thing, too, is like I was watching this past Raw. Look at how many people were on their phones in the show, in the crowd.
Oh, it was so bad. Well, that's what you see nowadays, is the energy is no longer there. I'm not sure if you saw the NXT Homecoming show, but they had Bobby Roode show up. And they're like, oh look, it's Bobby Roode, and then he comes in and he does a nod to the camera, like he's hearing the crowd, but it's completely dead. I don't know if they muted the audio or what, but that was one of the most embarrassing things I've seen from Bobby Roode. Just him going, yeah, no pop, and then he stopped for like 5 seconds for no pop.
You haven't been there in so long, and the